was thinking the thing. All right.
Your victory gives
And
the
it is
city
that.
Okay.
hope, Guardians.
If we're gonna do live things, I mean, if we're going to do live things that cut a wide swath of ambition, across the scope of the entire game, we need to not have half measures. Okay? I'm talking. This was something cataclysmic. This was something world bending. Potentially world ending. And I feel like it went off with a whimper.
Yeah, kind of.
It's a whimper, okay? It's a whimper that thinks it's a bang. All right? They literally did an in-game live event in the most 2020 Bungie way possible. Which is, it was filled with bugs, oddly timed, slightly confusing,
Yep, that sounds about right.
and charming via effort, if not execution. The most 2020 Bungie thing I've ever seen. It's apparently a I may just be I may still be salty because I was asleep. I was asleep when it happened.
I'm salty.
I kind of woke up that day.
I was.
I'm sorry. Just let me finish
Okay.
this sentence. I woke up, okay, Saturday morning. Thought I'd sit down, see what's going on in the world of Destiny, because it's we got 3 days before the conclusion to the season. I thought, all right, let me sit down. So I popped in the game. Everything was fine. I think. Before the game started, they reminded me that the new season would be starting on Tuesday, and that strike through and break dance. Listen, 2 new modes were coming to the Crucible next week, along with the new season. Okay, that's all they said.
Okay,
Log into the game. Get ready to ascertain my cheeks in this side of the galaxy. Might have had some bounties left over. Lo and behold, my pause screen gets cut off by a notification. The Almighty is no more.
Oh.
What? Huh? The what?
Yeah.
Who?
Imagine my surprise when I heard about this.
I think
From
I
you.
texted you immediately. I had to I had to rub my eyes. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was like, wait, I know I'm seeing things like the Almighty. Wait, what? Huh? Who? How? What? When? I had all the W's lined up. Every question. Much to my dismay. Apparently the Almighty was shot out of the sky, and I missed it.
Yeah. Apparently that's how it went down because it seems Bungie wants you to keep an eye on their Twitter account to know when important things are happening in the game.
So what you're telling me in essence is that what you're telling me, you as a human being, what you are telling me is that in order to keep abreast of what's happening in game, I need to go outside of the game to find out.
That's what I hear.
So
is
you mean
happening. Yes,
they can tell me that the new season is starting and what new modes are coming to the Crucible, but they can't tell me that the conclusion to heretofore 88 days of the season was happening on a specific day at a specific time that was not the weekly reset.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, apparently that's what happens.
I popped in Destiny 1 for a lark, and Destiny 1 notified me that Destiny 2 would be having a Twitch stream on June 9th. There are notifications in Destiny 1 telling me to go on Twitch. They couldn't have put up a...
Yeah, no, they,
So...
apparently.
Yeah.
I can do a control, by the
Alright,
way.
Control? That sounds good. I'll put up Control then for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, I feel like, as someone who was highly critical of this season, but nevertheless
Mm-hmm.
put myself through its paces in ways that my contemporaries and comrades had not many of which whom laughed heartily and declared their break. I was not among those people. I actually did the towers and the bunkers, and I played the thing. I did the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Actually had every bunker done by April. So, I mean, for me, you know, I feel like I waited 2 months. Like I've been waiting for 2 months to see the fruits of, you know, I did a lot of things. I played
You did.
quite
I
possibly
know.
maybe, I don't know. I can't share the community's belief that this is the worst public event ever, but I mean, it was definitely not compelling for anyone, you know, who were looking for a fun, varied seasonal activity. You know, bunkers were kind of our enemy all season. You know, we didn't want to do bunkers, but we kind of did bunkers, and then we had to do bunkers to get a Destiny 1 reprisal. Like, we had to do bunkers. And then we had to do more bunkers. So, given that they forced us all to go through bunkers, I thought that they would be a little more forthright in broadcasting this event to the fan base, to the people. Make sure that as many
Me
people
too.
as possible. You know, because not everybody's schedule is the same. I mean, you know, some people work on Saturdays, but you know, just give everybody a chance to pop up, right? No, it didn't happen that way.
Yeah.
No, apparently, even if you have done the towers completely, like a beast, you don't deserve to see the Almighty get shot down. I went to the tower and there was smoke. I went to the tower. Everybody was looking in one direction.
I went
was
to
like,
the
"What is everybody
tower.
looking at?" I was like, really?
Yeah.
Zavala, you moved? Holy shit, Zavala moved. People are. What are you pointing at?
Yeah. Apparently, sharks moved a couple
He
of
actually turned a couple of inches.
inches. Yeah.
And you know what it takes for Shax to,
Control.
you know, turn away from his monitors. I mean,
Do you know what it must have taken to make that happen? I mean, we all know that I think their engine's called Spaghetti or something
It
like
is?
that. Yeah, because they use their own like proprietary tool. They don't
I knew
use, like,
that, but they
Unreal
called
or
it
anything like
spaghetti.
that.
Its name is spaghetti. I thought that was.
Take them.
Apparently, it's
I
I
called
thought that was a
Spaghetti.
sardonic quip, like because, you know, the engine is so hard to update and manage.
Enemy claimed zone
Like
A.
using
You
it was like
captured
untangling
zone C.
spaghetti or something. Wow, if it's really called spaghetti, that's a really ironic name.
No.
But yeah, I didn't think spaghetti was capable of this. You know, they've conditioned me over the lifespan of this game to not expect updates. Aside from reset.
Zone B captured. You have zone advantage. You're
But
in
no,
the
not
lead.
this time. They did something completely new, innovative
No.
for them. And I just cannot believe. I'm not even like mad that I missed it, because if I just couldn't make it or I just couldn't do the thing, it's like that's one thing, right? But
Yeah.
But
Just not
to
knowing
even
about it
know?
was like, yeah,
I mean, I feel like
that really
yeah,
got
like
to me
when
too.
Fortnite. They had a black hole consume the game,
Zone B lost.
and it's something that happened in the game in real time. And I mean, Epic has a lot of experience actually doing these things with their game because they've been doing it for a good while. I remember during the Game Awards when a new area of the map opened up, and they previewed it in the game and then showed it dropping into the game in real time. And it actually did drop into Fortnite in real time during the Game Awards. And it's like, they ate the game with a black hole and reset everything. They had a giant mech fight, a Travis Scott concert. Like, when they do the thing,
That's
that is
banana.
actually pretty effing bananas. But when they do the thing,
Yeah.
it goes off without a hitch. And I just feel like, guys, if you are going to have a never before seen, first time for this game, technical achievement
Your enemy
/
can't
world
kill
event,
if they're dead.
would it not behoove you to maybe notify people
Zone A
days in
lost.
advance? Like, more than one day in advance? No? No? Okay. No,
Yeah.
it's okay. That's the same answer Bungie gave. It's accurate. Now,
No, I really think they really need to do a better job next time, for next time
Tell them to line up faster.
of making sure that, I mean, they can be coy about it. They can be like, oh, Rasputin has just let us know that, I don't know, he's able to, I don't know.
look.
Or,
Zone
Rasputin
C
has something to share
even.
with you.
Not
That's
even.
strange.
I'll tell you right now.
Oh, I don't know.
Not even. You say this. You literally say this.
Okay,
Let me
okay,
see.
okay.
The time has come, Guardians. Rasputin has predicted that the Almighty will be within reach of the Tower of Space at around 9 a.m. Eastern. Report to the tower for further instructions.
Zone A lost. It's a power play.
Blow.
Get those zones back.
You get people
You
jumping
just
into the
lost.
tower, all up in their
battle is still-
instances, ready for whatever the hell Rasputin's detecting, because they know at the very least, what have we been doing all season? Powering up bunkers, powering up the Putins, So it
Yeah.
stands to reason that if we go to the tower, we're about to see some ish. Why? Because for the past 2 weeks, at least,
Yeah.
that's what we've seen at the tower. We've seen the progress of the Almighty. It's synonymous with the tower right now. So it's like, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Double down.
Oof. The bleakness. Oh, the bleakitude. Oh, the bleakness. Die, all of you.
Ikora would be
You're all dead.
proud of you, Warlock.
Turn around.
The
bleakitude.
bleakitude.
The bleakitudes. I'm just, I was extraordinarily. You can imagine how effing salty I was
Zone
at
B.
having found out that
You were pretty
having
salty.
put
I don't have to
an
imagine
obscene
that.
amount of work into Season of the Worthless, that I did not get to see the conclusion. Now, it can't all be
You
booty,
captured Zone
right?
C. Zone A lost.
It can't all be
5
booty.
minutes remaining.
No.
know
When
a
I finally
comeback
did
when I
locate
see one.
on
Fight
YouTube footage,
Mhm.
it looked pretty cool. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
it looked pretty cool. Although
Although,
it apparently took a really long time, and
oh yeah, looking backwards through it forensically, it was very
Zone
funny to
B
see the
lost.
tweets from the people that were like,
Zone A captured. Zone
I've been here like a
advantage
half an
is
hour
yours.
and nothing's happened yet.
Well
Hey guys,
done.
we've been here an hour.
have to
Has anything
leave.
happened? Like, apparently the entire event as scripted took an hour and a half to fully form itself. So people were staring at the Almighty for upwards of an hour.
Zone C lost.
But it did kind of happen. And on a technical level, considering what we thought this engine was capable of,
You're falling
I think it's
behind.
very impressive that they were able to do it at all. Like that's pretty darn
Mhm,
cool, and
yeah.
it bodes well for the future of the game. But
Zone
know,
C captured. Zone A lost. Zone
I wish I'd been
advantage
there.
is yours.
Yeah. I also wish I'd been there. You know.
yeah, I feel like we put our ankles into Destiny. You know,
Zone A captured.
we
You have zone
we
advantage.
thoroughly put
did.
ankles in. Ankles go in. Ankles do not come out.
Ankles were firmly planted. You know, I feel like I deserved a little more consideration than what Bungie gave me.
Yeah, like it just reeked of bad planning. Like not even not even what they intended to do, but just the planning was just so off.
Ah.
I'm getting
Yeah.
vaporized by the whole team.
3 minutes
By the
left.
whole
But yeah,
team.
I just yeah.
Mhm.
So if we're gonna do that, I really hope
Zone A lost. You captured
A,
Zone B.
it does not take
Zone
3 hours
advantage
to
is
happen.
yours.
I mean, the obscene amount of time it took the Almighty
Right.
to reach the Earth in the first place was already a point of contention among many people who thought realistically about what this event meant for the world of Destiny. But I think
Zone
that
C
might be the
lost.
tip of the iceberg in
Mhm.
describing exactly what left the event, though it went off without a hitch, a lot to be desired.
You captured Zone A. You
So-
have zone
Yeah.
advantage. Zone
The
B
Almighty
lost.
is 3,000 miles wide. Golden gun. Golden gun.
Ah, crap. Yes.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 3,000
I
miles
thought I was
wide,
far enough
which
away.
is slightly wider than the width of Mercury. Just inside the width of
Your
Earth,
opponents are
not
pulling away.
not
Drag them
larger
back.
than or more significant than, but large enough to have caused
That shut them
significant
down.
damage to either Earth's landmass or geographical space. At the very least.
Mhm.
At the very least, it's big enough to do that.
Mhm.
I don't think it did
Yeah.
either of those things.
2 for 1.
No, it kind of just gingerly landed
Off in the distance.
by the, off in the distance, which is not how that works. I
No,
think,
no. And then we kind of assumed at the very least,
is my
if
understanding.
it wasn't going to hit the tower, that in not hitting the tower, it would probably glance off of something else and cause some severe damage. I mean, my most fun running theory was, that it would hit the Traveler.
Team that fights together stays together.
My fun running theory was that it would hit the Traveler or something, and Rasputin had planned for this, or or anything of that nature, because
that
there
you
was
can
like
win.
I was saying days before
Fight
it was going to
another.
happen. I'm like, the size of this thing and the speed at which Rasputin is choosing to shoot it down are not correlating with my brain, because as large as this thing is, he'd have to have been picking away at it for a while for it to get to the Earth and not cause massive damage to either the tower or even Earth itself.
Right.
Like I felt like, since he had towers as far back as Io, which is not the direction the Almighty's coming from, mind you, but he has towers on Io regardless. I thought he would have been firing at this thing for a good while. And as the event turned out, he didn't start firing on it until it was extremely close to the Earth. And then when he did,
yeah.
nothing seemed to happen other than it kind of swerving off from the tower and landing in some unknown mountain range, which I assumed was close to the EDZ or somewhere, somewhere near it. You want to do another one, or?
How about we do either Gambit or a Forge? Actually, a
It's
Forge
like you're
would be
asking a
cool.
question. You wanna? Yeah, sure. Let me hold on. Let me check this inventory
Yeah.
and see what I've got going on in here. Wow. Yeah, this Randy's throwing knife
Okay.
thing is probably not going to be done. I don't even think it's 1 kill per percent. It might be 2 or 3. Because I'm only at 53. I'm only at 53%.
What?
After that game where I just got 25 kills, yeah, I'm only at 53%. It's rough in these streets. And I can guarantee you, I did not kill anyone with any
Wow.
any other weapon. All right. I'm gonna just.
Well, does it expire at any point? Do you
It's
have
not
to
that
do
it
by a certain
expires. I
time?
just want to earn the thing, you know. Hopefully before it gets
I know.
unceremoniously retired. But it's all right. I'm gonna give you the leader and
Okay.
then switch my peeps.
Okay.
Because the only reason I switched to this character was so that I could get his weeklies out and get my ship.
Mhm.
But now we have enough for the ship. Yep, we have
Get
enough
your
for the
ship.
ship now, so I think we're good. But yeah, I thought
Okay.
at least like a glancing blow, some kind of significant damage to the landscape. No, neither of those things happened. Apparently, geography means nothing.
Yeah, and neither does
Physics,
physics, I guess.
or I mean, I'm not the one that said the Almighty was 3,000 miles long. I didn't write that
Right.
game.
They could have just.
You want to have these giant Death Star level spacecraft in your game, but then at the same time, you want to crash it into the planet or have it be bearing down on the planet, seemingly without all the implications of what a planet-sized vessel bearing down on the Earth and or still crashing into it would do. Just
Yeah.
kind of overlook that. So when I did my rounds, I went to the EDZ. Nothing going. Even the skybox isn't any different. Went to
Wow.
Titan. Went to IO. I went everywhere I could. And I went to the moon. Piece flake off and hit the moon. Nope. So, not only for me did the Almighty come and go, like it literally came and went. It came and went. But in terms of the game and its greater story and its constantly evolving world, it came and went too. The Almighty came and went. There were no consequences. There were no far-flung implications. There was no damage to the world. There were no consequences. And life went ticking on as usual. I mean, aside from the people in the tower who noticed, everybody else in the world of Destiny was like, what? Huh? Zer was just chilling. Zer was like, what? The 9. I said,
Which forge
Like,
should I pick?
you only get to pick one.
Oh, okay. So the Volunder forge?
Forges rotate. Forges rotate daily. You don't get to pick which forge you see. Back in my day, back in the days of the annual pass, in Black Armory, the 4 forges were for different weapons, and you had to unlock them all one by one, but they were for different types of weapons. So like, I think Berjusia was only for like hand cannons and bows and scout rifles, and Izyanami was for pistols, and like each forge did something different, and they all had different challenges that were associated with them. But you could go to them at any time, as long as you knew where they were. Like when you found them, you discovered them. But yeah, you could go to them before. You could go to them at any time, and they all did different weapons, so it was pertinent to choose the right one. They told you, and I think it was only the last forge. I think it was Berjusia Forge that just did every weapon regardless. But you did that forge with me yesterday. That forge is ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It's kind of
Back
crazy.
in the day, Izyanami used to randomly drop Le Monarch, along with I think Berjusia, or no, I think Volunder actually. Is this Volunder? It might be. I think Volunder would randomly drop Jotun. I was back in the day, yeah. So Jotun and Le Monarch used to be random drops from the forges. But yeah, now in their heavily reduced form, you no longer go to the forges manually. All the forges forge weapons regardless, and they're on a daily rotation. as to which forge is available which day. So now, depending on the day you choose to do a forge, you know, you could either get the really hard one or the relatively easier ones, like this one. Volunder is easy. This is the first forge. It's a fun forge. Like a Cabal boss, you know. It's rocking. But yeah, world implications, Rasputin and you. I feel like, again, like the execution, I'm more enamored with things outside of the game about the event than the things that it actually did to the game, which was,
Things outside of the game? What do you mean?
like I said, I'm impressed at the technical achievement that it is, and the fact that they were able to do it, and the way they did it. Like, you know, all of that to me is extremely cool. But
yeah, it's technically impressive, to be sure.
but the actual execution of it and how it's affected the world, I got nothing but questions, because it didn't seem to do. It's weird that I had so many ideas about what this thing would do, but not that I was expecting something drastic. But I mean, you know, I specifically said more than once, I specifically said that this was not going to be like Rise of Skywalker, and that the Almighty crashing into or bearing down on the planet was not going to have the J.J. Abrams Death Star effect. And it kind of did. It kind of did. It kind of Rise of Skywalkered it. They took a 3,000-mile long ship and crashed it into the Earth with zero consequence. Or debris. I mean, shit, at least J.J. Abrams put debris on the planet. There isn't even debris.
No.
Oh, but it's raining down into unknown locations. Like, what the where is it? Where is it? Why? Why are pieces of it hitting the Earth in the skybox?
Yeah.
Pieces I can't see. Pieces I cannot see affect the world. Why isn't half of Devram's church, like, smashed right now?
Yeah.
The gate to the
like,
salt mines open.
You just landed somewhere uninhabited, you know, just the most convenient possible
I mean,
crash landing ever.
I went to the farm. I thought, all right, maybe a piece of it hit the Shard of the Traveler or something. Nope. The Shard is good. The Shard is as good as it ever was. People from the farm don't even know what happened. I went to the farm. People were like, what? The who?
They're like, what?
Oh, really? Oh. I thought that was fireworks. So no. That was our impending doom. You know, just... Yeah. So, I mean, at this point, you know, it's like, do you get mad? I can't. It's like when Fellwinter's Lie broke. You're sitting there like, I don't even... The incredulity has me to the point where I don't even have a reaction right now. I don't have one.
It was...
Like, should I be
I
mad?
don't know. I just kind of felt left out.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Being there would have definitely been fun, but I would have totally forgiven the small niggling things had I been able to reap the benefits. And I got no reap. You know?
Yeah, like...
Kind of wanted the... You know, even the Cabal's base, was it Firebase Hades? Or, I mean, if pieces of the Almighty had hit that in a cruel sense of irony, I would have taken that. I would have taken cruel irony. The one place on Earth that the Almighty pieces hit was the Cabal base on Earth over by Firebase Hades. I would have taken that. That would have been relatively funny.
Me too. I would have taken that too.
Yeah, it just, you know, yay. It just seemed like stuff happened, and I just, you know, you had to be there. And then I finally knew what that felt like. Having always had been there.
They hit us with
I
the
finally
FOMO.
knew what the you had to be there moments were and why people were so annoyed. Like, I finally got it. And I was not happy.
not as fun as they made it sound like.
No. So I don't know. I don't know. It's a good technical achievement, but a very I don't even want to say appropriate given the way, but kind of an appropriate end to such a just oddly structured and season. Like, just given the way everything else went, how could this not have gone that way too?
Any more batteries?
We really ran out. Really?
Yeah, we're about to
We did
run
run
out
out
of
of
time.
time. Oh no, we didn't. Wow. Holding on to the bitter end, huh?
Oh, okay.
You gotta
good.
kill
We
something
have-
and throw a battery at that thing. I did it!
Yay!
Okay,
We made it.
we're gonna have to be a little bit better with the killing of the boss, though. Because that was skin of the teeth. That was teeth of the skin right there. I've got the tractor cannon, so we're in good hands, but
Oh, nice.
that's because I'm using 3 shotguns. I don't feel like changing them. But we can do this. Oh, we get him? Oof, 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 oof. Eat it. Oof, oof, oof. Bombs. Oof. Oh, I love the tractor cannon. Truly is the best weapon.
The
Oh, yeah, I love
tractor
it.
cannon. Agreed.
Cannon of boot.
No, I'm down.
No promises. I'm a hunter. We weak. We
We-
kill. Boom! Get out of here! Meleeed. Killed him with a melee. That's hilarious.
Nice. Yes!
That's nice that even though I didn't have a frame or anything, I still got
Ooh.
something. I got a vehicle. Ooh, it's a legendary shard. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like well, I feel like I don't know what to feel exactly.
Hmm.
I mean, now that the inciting incident of the season is over, what are we doing exactly? You should hit D
Yeah,
if you
I'm
don't want
not
to forge
sure.
again.
I feel like
You
we're
should
just
hit D if you
hanging
don't want to
out.
forge again.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Like,
I feel like we're just hanging out until tomorrow, basically. Like we're just gonna chill out for a couple of hours.
and that's what I mean. You know what, guys? Look, next time you guys
Mm.
want to just have a world inciting event, remember to invite the world, one, and two, make it matter. I feel like
Yeah.
we were given so many opportunities to forget about the Almighty bearing down on the planet over the course of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Just given opportunity after opportunity to even forget it was even a thing. We were like, the Almighty's coming. Wait. Rasputin. Rasputin sees Doritos. We're like, what? The Doritos are
Yeah.
coming. It's like, oh,
The Doritos. And then we had Guardian games in the middle of all that. It was like,
corn chips on the surface of my mind.
okay, question for you. Are you interested in Gambit or are you interested in Reckoning?
Um, given who I'm playing as, I could wreck. I could do
You
some
could wreck?
reckoning.
Okay, let's go do
I could do
some
some
wreck.
reckoning. Let's see. Today
Okay.
is hand cannon, sword, sidearm. Also, this might go without saying, but um,
Mhm.
I say if you're knocking out bounties today, sit on them.
Mhm.
I
Oh
mean, why
yes.
use them?
Gosh.
Why use them the
Oh.
day before the season change and deny yourself all of that useful EXP towards your new season pass?
Dear, you are a
I mean,
genius.
why deny yourself? Why leave EXP on the table in such a way? Like, I'm not using tokens.
You.
I'm not using any tokens. I'm not cashing in any bounties. Nope. Just gonna be sitting on those until tomorrow.
They don't expire, right? Like after you complete them, they don't expire.
Would I recommend this if they did?
I'm just asking.
Yes, they do. They should expire. You have 4 hours to turn in this bounty, or we will take it.
No. Should we do tier 2 or tier 3?
Do you want tier 2 gear or tier 3 gear?
I want tier 3.
I mean, you know, you can have all the tier 2 gear you want if you really want it. You can have all the tier 2 gear in the world. Boo.
I mean, I
Get
don't
yourself some
want.
what's that stuff called? Outlawed. Get yourself some outlawed armor instead of notorious armor.
No.
I need notorious Greek
I want
grips
some.
and vest. I think. Yeah, grips and vest.
Mm.
So, I mean, I'm down.
Okay. Oh, did I just? Yeah, I selected it.
What did you do? What did you do, Ray?
Mm.
But yeah, I just, you know.
Man.
This season absolutely went out with a bang, I tell you. Definitely a bang
Did it?
that sounded an awful lot like a whimper. And I hope moving forward,
It sounded, yes.
I hope forward we never get put through
agreed.
something like this again. I know it sounds like a first world problem, but to that, I would say to you, I'm ranked 272. Don't you dare tell me what the Excuse me. Excuse me. As you can see, I still have some of that that PTWD.
You get that
Yeah,
PTWD.
post-traumatic worthy disorder.
Post-traumatic, worthy disorder.
I don't know how Mark makes it day to day. Such an affliction. Bless his soul. His nose is like going through this. So I've heard.
His nose is going.
Like, damn, I'm sorry, Mark. I feel your pain. Oh no. 1% dominance. 4 minutes remaining.
Uh-oh. And they've got 5 minutes left. 4
seems
minutes
doable.
left. My bad.
Require the
Oh,
powerful- I
yeah.
don't have powerful motes. Oh no. I really wish they'd left this thing on the inventory screen. Why they moved the mote creator to the quest screen is beyond me.
I don't know either.
Sorry,
I
the
just,
synthesizer. Not that mine's terribly.
yeah, the.
Oh, did you see the picture I sent you? I went and played a little bit of Reckoning the other day on my own, and I got my other century pieces For some reason, when I went to my vault, I was missing the chest and the mark, I think, and the feats. But now I can, when I'm my Titan, I can do either Sentry or Collector. Sentry is cool. Yeah, Sentry is pretty cool. You get buffs for taking, and you also get a the #1 perk for it. When you're standing in the Well of Light, it grants everybody increased recovery, defense, and I think reload speed. So it buffs everybody when you're doing primeval damage. Not a bad way to be. Double damage on blockers and all sorts of little things. It was cool. And now you're gonna be about that reaping though, right? You're gonna be reaping out.
Yeah, I'm all about that reap life.
Okay, so, you know, our powers will combine accordingly.
Guardian down.
All about that reap life. Well, I mean,
Okay, how about you? Need a revive?
yes, please.
Damn it. Oop! Ow.
Thank you.
You know me. I was taking a shot in the face for the team.
Oh no.
What? What? I hope that moving forward, we're a little bit more
Proactive, conscientious, thoughtful.
yes.
All those things.
Yeah. Because I don't even care, honestly, if it's 1 or 2 people, okay? Anyone potentially missing the conclusion to the season is anyone
Yeah.
too many.
Yeah.
You know, give
agreed.
people rope to hang themselves. Especially if you're going to be doing stuff like this moving forward. Like, a day in advance is not it, man.
Guardian down.
No.
My salt levels are astronomical. That's okay. That was moving forward. And after an entire season of, you know, silence from Bungie, which is not usually characteristic of them, but, you know, apparently, I think we were thinking, you know, if they're sitting this long on, you know, on details for the new season, that the name of the season or what the season implies must be something so, you know, integral to the story that they don't want to spoil it any earlier than they have to. But I think Raid Secret on Reddit might have, as happens, like the day before, like either the PSN will accidentally list something, or Xbox will get caught with its pants down for 5 seconds. Apparently, I think we have found out the name of the new season, or we have been alleged to.
Apparently, allegedly, the new season's name has been leaked by the PSN. Apparently, it's called Season of the Arrivals.
Season of the Arrivals.
Or the Arrival. Is it Arrival or
What's
Arrival?
arriving? Doritos?
Presumably the Doritos.
Season of the
yes,
Adidas.
the Doritos are arriving finally.
It all makes sense. Well, come on, hit me. Given what you've seen, how valid does this look?
Yeah, Season
How
of the
valid does this look
Arrivals.
to you?
It looks pretty legit. I mean, it's a screenshot from the PSN.
And you'll find that echoes of the
You know, it looks like it's just a thing for someone to purchase a silver bundle.
Well, yeah, you know, people that
along with
get
some,
the whole pass thing, they buy the seasons
Yeah.
individually.
yeah,
I guess they have a silver bundle.
and it's Yeah, and apparently it says season of the arrivals. Hmm. What do you think about that?
I was hoping to hear a little bit more from you. The artwork seems to have a, I don't know, it looks like a warlock doing something.
Yeah.
At first I thought it was Eris, which, you know, I guess wouldn't have been too far gone a conclusion if we are indeed dealing with the Hive and the darkness, but it is kind of interesting that of all the, I mean, I guess since we just pretty much took the Cabal off of the map, off of the playing, you know, off the playing field,
Guardian, down.
I guess it would make sense that in lieu of the Vex, that, you know, maybe the Hive would have something to do with the next season. I mean, they've been building up, what, Savathun and the Hive since Shadowkeep, right? So it makes sense that before we go to Europa, they'd have to do something with the Hive narratively, right? I think so. Like, maybe? I mean, how are the Hive react? I mean, we've been focusing on how we are going to react to pyramid ships arriving. Anybody ask the Hive how they feel about that? I mean, as far as I can see, I think Oryx is the only, I think Oryx is the only one who truly communed with the deep, you know,
With the deep.
for the reasons they were given their powers. You know, Savathun and Xivu Arath seem to have their own agenda, somewhat.
Yes. They. Well, Viva Wrath, we don't hear much from. We haven't heard from Viva Wrath in quite a while. Sabathun, however, is apparently the reason the Dreaming City is cursed.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that what Riven's wish was?
Guardian down.
Yes. Basically. I mean, no, wait a minute. I'm not sure if that was Riven's
Well, 'cause,
wish.
you know, when the Dreaming City gets corrupted, it's, you know, Riven, before Riven dies, lets out this one final wish that
She.
corrupts the corrupts the Dreaming City. But I don't know. I think the reason it's in a perpetual loop is because of Savathun.
Yes.
The reason it just keeps, you know, going through the same cycle is because of Savathun.
Yes, of course. It's because of Sabathun, yeah. So Sabathun's been doing stuff, you know, behind the scenes for quite a while, right? Even though we've never seen her, which is pretty amazing.
Well, I mean, they would not be Hive if not cunning, right? I mean,
True. I would just... I wouldn't expect to see anything with Sabathun.
I feel like we spent so much time not focusing on the Hive. You know, in Destiny 1, you can say that we focused a lot on the Hive. Hierarchy, the battle structure,
Yeah, we did.
the royal family. You know, we went to the Dreadnought. We killed Crota, we killed Oryx. You know, we did a lot there. And then in Destiny 2, you know, we were very Cabal-centric, extremely Vex-centric. And then we went back to the Fallen for Forsaken. It wasn't until Shadowkeep, you know, it was like, oh yeah, the moon. Oh yeah, the Hive. Oh. Oh yeah, the Hive are still doing things.
Yeah.
You know, so while we were focusing on everybody else, you could stand to reason that
You fought the
someone's
future,
plans were coming
it
to fruition.
refused to change.
I mean, we still haven't heard back from Mara Salve. And her
Yeah,
Sloan
like
world,
where is even
that's
Marcel?
apparently built on the back of Oryx's corpse.
Well, One thing she says, I don't know if you remember the last time we talked to Marisov. You know, when we had all those audiences with her, you know, and every time we'd go and talk to her, she'd say something.
Hmm.
So the last time we talked to her, she said, you know, I dreamt about a friend I'll have. You know, I should like her very
Uh,
much, or something like that. And you're like, what the? But then it dawned on me.
hmm.
She's talking about the stranger.
Is she?
Like, how else? Who else could she be talking about? A friend that she will
Kill them
have,
all.
not a friend that she had.
I don't know. You?
Well, okay, but does she say that
I don't
when
know. I don't remember her
when
saying that.
if you're like a
I don't know.
male
I'm just thinking
guardian?
of it as a possibility.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember. You are gonna die. I don't remember Marisov saying that to me, but I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've even set foot in the Dreaming City.
Yeah.
Even though we have yet to shatter the throne, you know, it's been a while for me.
Hmm.
So,
But yeah, I mean, I guess I'd be curious to see if she says that
well, it's funny. I sent to Paul
to.
Tassi, you know. Anna says in her paragraph concluding her involvement with the season, she's like, you know, don't be a stranger. I know I won't. And I'm like, that's an interesting
Uh-huh.
choice of words.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yes,
like, that's
yes,
a
yes,
pretty
yes.
specific choice
And
of words
also,
to say don't be a stranger. I know I won't.
mm-hmm,
Considering your,
mm-hmm.
you know, canonical relationship to whom we know the stranger to be.
And also,
Guardian down.
I think you pointed it out to me. And the rifle that the stranger gives you, which is, you know, no time to
Yuck.
explain, there's like, oh, the sizzle text
Soon.
is like only one word is etched on, you know, on the top
On
or
the
whatever.
barrel.
Soon. On the barrel, yes.
Soon.
And then I think Deej
Deej did indeed tweet
tweeted
soon.
soon.
Yes.
Hmm.
Do you think the stranger is coming back, do you?
I feel like lots of people have been saying that, yeah. And I think, why not? It seems like a good time to
It
bring her
does.
back, for sure. Yes, because
Well, that's
if the darkness is arriving, ish, right?
I mean, we should check the Dorito map, but I'm pretty sure.
We should
Yeah, we
check
should
the
check the
Dorito
Dorito
map.
map in a few, but I'm pretty sure because I don't know.
Hmm.
I'm getting a kind of dry feeling about this reckoning. This reckoning doesn't seem to be reckoning with me.
Yeah, me
too
too.
well. I mean, I'm
No,
relishing
me
in
neither.
the you know, the gunsmith bounties I'm clearing right now by killing all these tookens. But other than that, not too much. I don't feel like I'm
Yeah.
making much progress in any other department.
Yeah, agreed.
You know, I'd love to. I always love it when these things go on without a hitch, but it seems like we're kind of hitched today. I know. What do you think?
Yeah, we don't have enough people. There's like you, me, and one more guy.
That's crazy because someone else
We've been
joined.
back
Where,
and
where are
down.
you? You died again? Ready? All right, hold on.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Dang it. There we go. Why do I have unlimited ability energy? Holy shit. Ability energy is refilling really fast. Is it just me? Is it my build? Why is that happening? My knives are just refilling at a crazy high rate. I don't get it. Maybe that's one of the modifiers on the Reckoning this week. That's gotta be it, because wow, I've never seen my knives come back this fast. You and your Arc Souls.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Alright, let's not do this right now.
I mean, there are 4 people now, but you wanna just bail? Are you taken out? Or do you think these two?
You
Or do you
I'll
think
try
these
one
two
more time
can swing it?
if we have
can
2
wing it?
more people.
Yeah, we've got Prismatic and
Let's give it a try.
X Blighted. Straight out of the 90s.
Prismatic and
Putting X's in your
X-Blighted. Wow.
gamer tag.
Prismatic 1 and Blighted 1.
Alright, you crabs. Get over here. It's time, baby.
It is time.
Yes, Mufasa. It is indeed. Okay. Use Pointed Stag, and then from there I get to use...
This is the apex. Now slaughter them.
Well, you know what they say, you can't spell slaughter without laughter.
You actually cannot.
Have it on good authority. Oops.
Guardian down.
What? Wow. Okay.
I forgot to wager my moat, damn it. It's alright. Let's see how much damage we can do.
Okay.
Y'all know this gun gives me overshields, right? It
Guardian
is the
down.
coolest exotic I've ever used.
I don't know why I'm getting taken out so fast. Jesus. What gives you
Oh,
overshield?
the air apparent.
Oh.
Yeah, when you spin it up with full health, it gives you an overshield.
Nice.
Oh gosh.
Jeez.
I love it. It's the definition of an exotic. It's like weirdly overpowered trash buckets, which is what every exotic should feel like. Weirdly overpowered trash buckets. It should feel
Trash
like
buckets?
yeah. Like I feel terrible using it. But when I remember that I had to endure the Bounty Games 2020, I will look at anyone who complains and say, "You don't know the things I've seen. The bounties I've had to complete. Well earned. 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 I earned this gun.
I believe that you have earned
Do
it.
you though?
Oh, good. We made it.
When you believe in what you cannot
I'm a Blade Barrage Titan, so this is gonna be kind of awkward, but you know.
Let me see. Maybe I'll do this. And then
Whatever you do, don't switch your
this,
subclass.
and yeah. Oh, no, no, no.
You'll lose all your super. Why did you run ahead, you fool? Good luck building the bridge by yourself? Dick face? Oh, Season of the Arrival sounds like it's, not the title I was expecting. but not an inaccurate title either.
No, not what I was expecting at all.
I just wonder if that. So, do you think that comes with the implication that that pyramid ships are actually going to be seen and present? Because we got 3 months.
I mean, it would be weird if they
We got
were.
3 months.
Yeah.
Of, you know, the pyramids are right here. See, that just opens a can of
Yeah.
worms for me, because if Europa is supposed to be part of the fall expansion, and they've already reached here now, does that mean that Europa's now? I mean, because does that mean we're just gonna have Titan chewed off the map? You know, nobody has said a thing about Titan. What's gonna happen to
No,
Titan?
no one said
What
anything.
could
Not a
potentially
damn
happen
thing.
to Titan? What we stand to lose on Titan?
Oh God, I just got
Damn it!
Guardian down.
pushed off the stage.
Not now, Felicia.
Thank you.
It's doing that thing again. Oh, I think it's this buff. Playing with fire. I think that's what it is. It's this buff. Wow, this is obscene.
Oh.
Yeah, I
okay.
get this buff called Playing with Fire. I think we're getting. Oh wow, that's. No, no.
Oh crap.
You fought the future. It refused
noobs.
to change.
All right, get out of here. Damn noobs.
All right. Yeah, that's fine.
I used the rally banner for that. I am offended. But yeah, I mean, does that mean we're gonna start seeing the beginning effects of the? I'm kind of confused. You want to head to a bunker?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I would be surprised if we didn't see something like,
We go to Titan.
yeah, yeah, why not?
All right, so let's see how. Let's check on our Dorito status, because I'm pretty sure they're like
Uh,
within sneezing distance of Titan.
all right, let's go to IO.
Okay, IO works. I mean, IO is.
I mean, there are no bunkers on
Yeah,
Titan.
no, awesome. Hey, look, IO's right next to Jupiter.
Yeah.
Okay, and last week I saw a pyramid ship passing Jupiter. It would have been so cute had they.
You
That
did?
was what the cutscene showed. That was the scene. The cutscene
Oh, the
showed the pyramid
cutscene.
ship
Oh.
passing Jupiter.
I thought you were talking about like your Dorito vision, and you were like, I see all the Doritos up in
No,
the
the
sky.
Doritos actually passed. They actually passed Jupiter. And Jupiter, and Io is a moon of Jupiter, boo. Like Jupiter is the largest thing in Io's skybox. You know, I thought I would have seen like a little point or something. You know, like change the skyboxes.
I kind of figured they would.
I mean, Mercury's has changed. Mercury no longer has the Almighty in its background.
Yeah, that's true. This is true.
I mean, honestly, if I could have done that season over, to be honest, to be very honest, to be completely honest, to be as honest can be, boo, I probably would have. I probably would have had a somewhat nebulous hook as to the point of the season, right? But, but, at the center of it all, I would have, maybe I would have posited that Rasputin has detected something. And that we need to power up these weapons in order to defend against it. And over the course of the season, I think we could have found out what that thing was. Like, I would have loved to have been powering up Rasputin to the premise of, you know, maybe he's detecting the pyramids early, or maybe he's, you know, maybe he's seeing something that we can't see fairly earlier than we have a chance to see it. You know what I mean? But then also to
Right.
that, but then
Yeah,
also
but
to that
that's-
effect, you know, while we're building this thing up, like with the premise of, oh, maybe it's pyramid ships, maybe a month out, then we get word that, holy shit, the Cabal, in a last-ditch effort, have sent the Almighty hurtling towards the last city.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, maybe built that up for less time. You know, like less than a month, as I said, like you'd have a month to deal, and then the Almighty thing would not have rung so weird and weirdly hollow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. What do I know? I'm just a guy overlooking a cliff. I mean, IO is
You're just a guy over.
yeah, you know, IO is a very weird location because, I mean, well, not only is it, wait a minute, was this music always on IO?
I don't know. I'm gonna know where you are.
I'm just standing outside. Remember where you find Ikora when she's looking over? I mean, because Io is the first place that the Traveler landed. Yeah, I'm kind of just outside overlooking that area where the Traveler first landed. Just looking to see if there's anything out here.
Okay,
There's nothing really out here. I was trying to see if there was going to be like a shadow or like a little point, a tip of a triangle or something, because, I mean, Jupiter is fucking huge. It's the biggest thing in the skybox. It's the biggest thing on the screen. You know, it's hard to see if anything is going on besides Jupiter, but it doesn't look like there's anything going on. You know, you think you would have seen like a Dorito, or like the tip of a Dorito. Just the tip. You know, nope.
No.
Not that I can see anyway. I mean, you know, you might see something I don't. I think when everything, remember when you were looking for triangles, okay, everything just becomes triangles. So I'm not trying to Rorschach my brain into seeing geometric shapes everywhere I go.
Into triangles.
Where were you? Did you? Oh, there you are. Right there.
Yeah, I went to the bunker to see if there
I was gonna
had
go down there
been
with
any
you.
movement. Oh no! Whoops. I think there's an invisible wall there.
So yeah, like if you look, well,
Yeah.
I mean, look, see right here in the direction I'm looking. That's Jupiter. No.
Oh.
Turn your. What are you doing? Turn this way. What are you nuts? This way.
Oh.
You're like, oh, yeah. Look at Jupiter. It's so small. No. As a matter of fact,
I was
Jupiter is not
looking at
small.
the
It's the largest planet in our solar system, okay? That is Jupiter. Okay, they say you can fit, I think, 13,000 Earths inside of Jupiter. It's so large. That is
That's
insanely
insane.
large. Which is why a Dorito so large it can like cast a giant temporal shadow on Jupiter is very troublesome. Because that means that pyramid
I
ships
feel
get
like
that big.
if we, then why can't we see it? Like.
Yeah, like if it's flying past the planet.
Like if we. Yeah, like where is it though? Like where did it go?
There's two things. I don't visit IO enough to know whether or not this giant shadow being cast on IO is what I think it is, but it probably isn't. I'm probably just, you know, doing that thing again where my imagination is filling in some desperately needed blanks. So I can't say that's not happening here.
Well,
There's like this big shadow being cast on Jupiter. Not familiar enough with IO's skybox to say that that's not a thing.
Interesting.
I don't know though. I don't know. You look anywhere else in the sky,
yeah, me
you can't
neither.
really tell. But interestingly enough, you'd think Jupiter would hit IO first. Weirdly enough, you think Jupiter would hit IO. All things considered, if you remember, IO is the first place the Traveler landed when it entered our system.
Yes.
You know, there's like a proto last city over there. I don't even know what that is. A bunch of rocks. But you know, you can see where the Traveler first landed. You think if the darkness were following, say, the Traveler's signature or light or rabble, they would probably stop here first. But considering the first collapse, you know, we're all kind of leaning towards Titan being the first place to get smacked. I don't know. No, but from what I can see here, I'm not seeing anything that looks like an immediate threat to IO.
No. Everything looks pretty benign. You know?
Not that word. Not that word. Anything but that word.
It's pretty benign.
Benign.
Yeah, it's pretty benign.
So, yeah.
Wow, and there's like a tower all the way down there.
There's a what? No, there
A
isn't.
tower. Rasputin
Oh, yeah,
tower.
yeah. There's. Oh, I thought you
Yeah,
meant like
down
a
there.
tower. Yeah, there's towers down there, yeah.
No.
He made sure not to desecrate the holy spot, but you know. But yeah, well, I'm not sure. I mean, you know, I don't know.
No. And a little. Wait. No. I got freaked myself out for a second. I was like, where's that smoke coming from? And then I realized that there are these volcanoes all over. What are you thinking?
I don't know, boo. You know, it's really hard to try and predict what might happen when I feel like occasionally, more often than not anyway, I draw more conclusions that make sense when clearly we're not running on real people logic, we're running on Bungie logic. So,
Right.
you know, it's the same logic that says, hey, the Cabal are going to fling a ship at the Earth and hit this one spot on the Earth. This is not accounting for gravity, planet rotations, you know, in-air resistance, depth travel. Like there's a lot of stuff. So when I think about where they could end up first, you know, be it Io or Titan. Titan is a moon of Saturn, but again, planets rotate on their axis, right? So even if, say, Rasputin's map said, "Oh yeah, you know, they're headed straight for this planet," if you can't see them from Jupiter, that may just mean they're on the other side of the planet during its orbit.
Yeah.
Like they don't necessarily have to be gone, but they're definitely. Look at that. Those other two planets are gone, boo.
Well, okay. Where it's literally right there.
It's right on Saturn.
There's Titan right there. Saturn. There's Io.
That would put them in Saturn's orbit if they're really passing by Jupiter like that, and
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think they'll take out Saturn? I mean, because technically they'd be like. It feels like they're like right on top of it. Like they should. Like I should be looking up in the sky on Io and seeing pyramids. Technically, depending on because of the way it seems like they're positioned.
Yeah, they should be. Like, you should be able to see them from here. Like, if they're that close, it's kind of weird.
And it's crazy, you know. They're Bungie's probably not gonna say anything until tomorrow's stream, which is
Mm-hmm. Tomorrow at
which
9
is 12
a.m.
p.m. Eastern, which is an hour before reset for us. So
Mhm.
whatever we see or hear, it's literally an hour before the game's reset. Like it'll likely, you know, their stream will likely take the whole hour. So while we're kicking our cheeks, pyramid ships are going to be closing in.
I, I can't deny I'm excited to see what they're gonna do. But I'm also trying to keep my expectations in check.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know.
Well, do you think the Eris?
They have not been hitting it out of the park.
No. But I want to believe it's because they've been building up to whatever the hell this is. You don't get a booty ass season without getting a good season, you know, on the tail end of it. And this was the most booty of the booty ass. Like,
It was pretty
this
booty.
this was not.
Agreed.
These were not the cheeks we were looking for. I think we can all agree.
These, no, I mean, I was definitely expecting a whole lot more booty,
Yeah.
and I did not get it.
Yeah, so it does stand to reason, you know, all will be revealed, etc., etc., etc. But really, if they're this close, I can't see Europa or whatever it is coming in the fall. It would have to come this season. It would have to.
Mm-hmm.
Along with whatever Eris and the Drifter are doing.
Yeah, I mean,
Because why would they be going there now?
yeah,
And if it's Hive
true.
centric,
I mean,
we already have Ice Hive. That'd give them a season.
we already have
That would
Ice
give them a
Hive.
whole season to stall from revealing whatever, you know, new enemy race there is until the fall. Good old Ice Hive.
Oh god, Ice Hive.
Hive come in so many flavors.
We got Ice
Brown
Hive,
Hive.
we
We got
got
the Red
Red Hive.
So we have like the we have the Cooler Ranch Hive. We have the Nacho Cheesier Hive. Hey, look, the coincidences cannot only be seen by me. Okay, we got Doritos flying toward the planet, and Hive have come in 2 Dorito flavors. I don't want to hear nothing. What? Say something. Tell me we don't have Cooler Ranch and Nacho Cheesier Hive.
I mean, yeah, there's some pretty diverse flavors. With, even if you're one of those people that's inclined to not like the bag that they come in.
Even so. They are still flavors and they deserve, attention.
Or the dust they leave behind.
I mean, are you really worried about the dust? You keep throwing up rifts without telling nobody. I tell you, girl, I'm a...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah!
Mm-hmm.
I mean, feel free to help.
I am helping.
You sound fuzzy.
Whoa.
know. For the first time, I just, I don't know what to expect, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely intentional. For sure.
It's gotta be. Yeah, definitely. It's gotta be.
Yeah. It's an interesting approach, for sure.
It's
Like, if previous seasons suffered from some overhyping, with this one they're going in the complete opposite direction.
Oh god. My drink flew in my eye.
What happened?
So how close
Oh,
are you
no.
to fully crabbing out this bunker?
Not very close.
Not close enough to even get like what's it called? The either the grasp of the war mind or light from darkness. Not even grasp of the war mind. No.
No.
You left Io on the table.
Yeah, I did, unfortunately. I did. I would have had to cut, I mean, I would have had to pretty much come in here and do it another day. And I did not do that.
I tried to tell him. I tried to tell these crabs.
Tried to tell the
y'all
crabs.
man. Y'all had like 90 days. I got like 63 encrypted Warmind bits. What am I gonna do with this? I got 2,275 chips.
I do.
Warmind bits. What am I gonna do with this?
I'm
gonna level up Rasputin's bunker. I'm gonna level up this bunker to level 20 and call it a day. Ooh, I got a cloak.
Wow.
Yeah, because once you finish the bunker, they let you buy those chipsets, which are basically instant packages. Your microphone sounds really fuzzy. Yes, yours.
Mine?
No.
Is that better?
No.
No?
You sound like Rasputin. Maybe you can unplug it and plug it back in? You sound like a Warmind.
Let me try that. Alright, hold on.
You sound like Kanye on 808s and Heartbreak. You think I'm kidding? She sound like Kanye West at the end of Runaway. Remember Runaway? You ever hear the end of Runaway when his voice is all distorted? Yeah. That's what she sounds like. She hit me with some stylistic choices. I am so glad.
Can you hear me?
I managed to finish it. Thank you. Now I just have to go see Rasputin one more time. And pick up one more lie. And I'm good.
What?
Yeah, I finally finished the quest with my hunter.
Oh.
Yeah. Remember I told you I was using nothing but shotguns earlier? That's why.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
Yes. Yes. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know
Okay.
if I said it like that. I mean, you always
You were like,
you be exaggerating. You be taking my words and flipping them and reversing them. Like you're from in the big friend, you come up, you be putting the thing down, flipping it and reversing it against my wishes. Why is it always you're from in the big friend, you come up with you? Like, does it have to be? I guess it has to be. She just said confirmed.
it
It has to be
be.
your film and if it's fine, yeah, come up. No matter what. Okay. Understood.
Yes, it does. I think there's no other option. It has to be. Like, yeah.
See, this is why Missy Elliott retweets stuff like this. She's like amused beyond the capacity for rational thought. This is why. She like, oh child. She like, oh child, 20 years, and they just now figuring this out. I love Missy Elliott. She's adorable. She's adorable on Twitter. It's wonderful. Being exposed to the new generation via social media.
Are you still blocked by Missy Elliott?
You know I am. I'm not even gonna check at this point. I'm not even gonna check at this. You listen. If there is any certain truth, if there is any truth we know to be, if there is anything we know to be true in this world, it is that I am inexplicably blocked on Twitter by Missy Elliott. Like, you gotta specifically block people on Twitter, dear. You gotta go. She had to.
Yeah,
Missy Elliott had to go to Expert Penguin and block that fool. She had to do that. There's no other way. I don't know what I did. Might have said something about Toe Jam and Earl.
Very fascinating to me.
I don't know. I'm a huge fan of Missy Elliott.
That she decided to block you.
I'm a huge fan of Missy
To
Elliott.
hit you with the block
I don't know
hammer.
why she would block me. I wish Twitter would tell you, like hit you with send you an email, give you a notification, like, hey, Missy Elliott blocked you. And I'd be like, what? Look, there's a triangle in the clouds. It's a vague triangle-shaped cloud. I'm desperate. I'm sorry.
Desperate for anything.
What? What's up? Talk to me.
I'm just trying to think of, I could do a gambit. You
Sure.
want to do a
You don't
gambit?
want to do Are you wanting for things to do? Or do you not have things to do?
I mean, I have things to do. I could do another
Does it
forge.
look like Jupiter is setting, or is it just me? Wasn't Jupiter over there a minute ago? Now it's over there. This planet's rotation is weird. I mean,
This
we're on a
planet's
moon,
rotation
right?
is
This
weird
technically
and
isn't a
weird.
planet. It's a moon. Right, we're on a moon.
Yeah.
We can run back and do 0 hour.
Yeah.
Guardian down.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Yes, yes, yes.
Falling
let's do that.
Grayson. All right, so let's do this in this order, okay? Let's go to
Yeah, man.
Titan and take one last look at Titan. Let's take one last look at Saturn before it gets obliterated. You know, I like to go to the spider daily, but I'm sure he's got anything for me today. It's probably the most resource light I've been in a while.
Wow. All right, so
Yeah,
let's go to Titan.
Say one final goodbye to Sloan, because we will have been the only ones to do so, mind you. Because no one cares about Sloan. No one at all. That's just so sad. Free Sloan. Hashtag free Sloan. No one cares about Sloan. What about Sloan, though?
Hashtag Sloan matters.
Sloan does, though. I feel like Sloan got it the worst, man. The only thing we know about Sloan is that her entire fire team got turned into Hive jewelry. And now on top of that, yep. And now on top of that, a cataclysmic event is about to hit her, and no one has actually, like, radioed her, made her aware, maybe gave her instructions to evacuate, perhaps clear the premises, save yourselves, Doritos are coming. No. None of these. None of these. Just look how dark the planet looks. Wait, is that on purpose? Was it always this dark? Wait, is this planet dark now? Wait, is it dark? Is it darker on Titan? Or are we just here
yeah,
at night?
It's pretty dark. I think we're just here at night. Oh, look, there's Saturn.
Yeah, there's Saturn. Hold on a second. I mean, look at that over there in the distance. That look like anything to you?
The bread thing?
I think that might be a sun, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's the sun.
We are here at night. Whatever night.
Yeah, we're
is
here
for
at
this
night.
moon. You know what, Bungie? If quote unquote daytime occurs and it's still this dark, I will start a slow clap just for you. Ah! Oops.
Uh-oh. Uh-huh. What happened there?
Well, it's like I say, you know, the curse of Gabriel affects us all in different ways.
Oh.
Can't be held accountable for the falling gene.
Give me the files on the Awoken, all of them.
I didn't know you could jump up here.
Sloan 35 Blue Alpha.
Huh.
And purge that buffer quick as you
Oh,
can.
where?
Here. Man, I so want that to be a pyramid, but I know it's not. It looks like another part of the arcology. I'm up here. Okay, you're just running off in some random. You always do. You run off in some random direction.
No, I'm not. I'm trying
you're
to
not.
find you. Let's see, where?
No, you're
Yes,
not.
I am. Yes, I am. I'm trying to get to where you are. Okay, you're up there somewhere.
I know it's a longer route, but we cannot guarantee safe passage.
Yeah, you're like all the way on the other side.
Nah, that's not a pyramid. That's like a. See, the Titan has so much just debris and chaff just located around it that it's got all these sunken parts of the arcology, all these parts down here. I mean, I would be elated if Titan opened up and you could go over to that like wrecked shipyard or what looks like a aircraft that crashed
Yeah,
aircraft
that would be
carrier
really
over there.
cool.
But
If something happens in the reef, I don't want
you know, if this planet's about to be swallowed, I don't know. I don't know. That looks like a Dorito, but again, everything looks like Doritos.
Everything looks like Doritos.
That kind of looks like a triangle. You know, it kind of does. It kind of does, but I can't. You know, cannot confirm. Wait, are you here yet?
Yeah, I think so. Where?
You know, Jesus Christ.
Oh, hello.
What the? Can you stop?
Oh.
Shore up our comm tower.
God.
In the reef, I don't want to lose contact with Earth.
Okay, yeah. So, see, look over there. That doesn't look like a pyramid to you. Like right there. You see where the little lightning storm is happening? The little lightning storm. That isn't like vaguely, like
yeah.
it could be a pyramid, right? All right.
It looks like a cloud. Cloud.
Why can I not see pyramids? So you mean like?
I don't. They're saving those pyramids.
We need fuel. We need
Nah, these were the first pyramids they needed to use. If I was gonna hit any planet with the sky, if I was gonna hit any skybox first, it would absolutely be Titans.
Because I mean, it wouldn't make sense, right? For us to be able to see the pyramids and for the freak out to not come in.
I mean, if the pyramids are advancing, you could have preliminary freakouts. I think the day before reset is appropriate enough. I mean, geez. You just have swaths of guardians just sitting on the edge of Titan like, oh my god, I'm staying here until reset. I mean, I would.
But you know what? Is it weird that Saturn is like half dark? I think that's what you were saying earlier. And like, there's got like this very sharp shadow over
That
it.
was when I was looking at Jupiter, boo-boo. That wasn't Saturn. When I was looking at Jupiter, it had a pretty sharp shadow over it.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
Titan does, yes, it does look like it has a shadow on it. But do you think that is being cast by? I can hear Sloan.
I don't know.
Oh, Sloan. Yeah, see, Saturn's still missing that big chunk in its rings.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, Oryx. Yeah, okay, yeah, the sun is up. Confirmed. It was nighttime.
Yeah, we were just here at night. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I would expect the approach to hit Titan. It has to hit Titan. Like, what's gonna happen to Titan? Is the biggest question.
Yeah. I feel like this zone will have to, because right now it's kind of dull and nobody comes here, right? So I think Bungie has a vested interest in making us come here or doing something with this space.
You think so? Well, I heard that the Titan arcology is a pretty good ringer for a place where we may be spending a bit of time, which would be interesting because I've always thought that Titan has so much potential that's never been realized just due to the Pacific arcology. Like, that's a fascinating space that you don't really ever go into except for Savathun's song.
Yep. Yep, that's very true.
So if they wanted to, you know, make any place more interesting, I would say Titan's a pretty strong candidate for a bit of a makeover.
Yeah. What about all those ships over there?
That's
like what's
the,
going
the
on
more
over there?
sunken part of the arcology. I don't know. There's a giant hive dick just poking up out of the. I mean.
What about this
I'm just,
giant hive?
I'm just saying. Look at this.
It's
like what's wrong with it over there? I think we can start with that. We can start off the list of what's wrong with Titan with that there.
But I guess I don't know.
What?
Sometimes I start thinking too hard about stuff. Like, if we're guardians and we're supposed to be taking out the darkness and taking the galaxy back and whatever, why would we take out that shit over there?
No, I don't know. I mean, it. Despite the fact that
It's just like sitting
looks
there.
like a giant hive sneezed all over Titan, I guess it's not affecting the landscape enough to the point where it would be considered a threat?
My time is yours.
Setting off my OCD.
My
seriously.
time is yours, Sloan said. No, Sloan. Your time is not yours. Okay? Let's not get it twisted. We came here for you, okay? We you know, we were worried about you. Oh, her name does have an E in it. Okay, good. I spelled it right. Thanks. I always get confused about that.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Like, oh no! Oh,
Uh-oh.
I'm alive. I'm alive. I made it.
Oh, you made it?
I fell through a hole, but I'm okay.
Let's get this done.
Haha. Wait. Now where are you? Did you?
Aldrin was never easy to
I
deal with.
went down to where you were.
Still a shame what
Oh,
happened.
so you?
Yeah,
Oh, so
but
you knew
there's
your
some
way
stairs
around
here.
this place. You were just, you know, cheesing on me. That's all. But yeah, I just don't like
But I think they
I'm
should do
just
better.
very disappointed in the rest of the Vanguard because they clearly do not care about Sloan. It's Sloan alone too. Lost in Titan.
Sloan alone.
Yep. That's what I said in the Instagram post.
Come on, Guardian. Look alive.
Poor Sloan.
Hmm?
Oh.
Stay loose.
What happened?
Stay loose, stay loose. You have your orders. This isn't drag hunting on the Russian steppes. Keep it
Something
together.
exploded. Alright.
All right, you want to go do 0 hour? You want to go to the farm? Let's do
Yeah,
it.
let's do that. Mm-hmm.
You want to check on the next item on the rundown?
Yeah. So, just to move away from Destiny for a second.
Really?
Yeah. So there's interesting development in the
Stay loose. Stay
in the
loose.
racing
If anyone from
and the Need for Speed
do
world.
not talk to them. Catch them through me. I mean it. Your wit is not helpful.
Apparently, Criterion will be making the next Need for Speed.
Really?
Yes. After we had Ghost for a couple of entries.
Go on. Speak at length.
They seem... That's essentially it. They just announced that they're going to be making the new Need for Speed game. They didn't announce what it's going to be or when it's coming out. But, I mean, if you remember, they did the remake of Hot Pursuit, which was awesome. They did the remake of Most Wanted, which was awesome. And then they went into like I don't know. I don't even know what they were doing since they released Most Wanted. I was actually not sure what was happening with them for a while. They went on like some indefinite hiatus, and now they just announced they're gonna come back and do Need for Speed.
Okay.
I don't know, that was interesting. I thought that those were some of the most enjoyable Need for Speed games they made that have been in existence in a long time.
Expand on that. Crabber.
Expand. Okay. So, do you remember Need for Speed Hot Pursuit?
Sure.
Where you could be either a cop or and I think they incorporated the kind of crash mechanics that they became famous for with their Burnout series in a really cool way with both those games.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean it's exciting to hear. Is that Sloan? Is that Hawthorne?
Yeah, Hawthorne be chilling at the farm.
And the tower?
Yeah, she. Listen. Hawthorne is a real one, okay? She don't leave her peeps behind. Even though she's about that tower life, she goes back to the farm just to make sure her peeps are still, well fed, well taken care of. Mind you, no almighty
Okay.
pieces have crashed into the farm either. Put poor Tyra Karn out of her misery as the neglected awoken Cryptarch. Don't tell me to turn back. I'm standing on a fence. It's a fence! What, you're gonna kill me for standing on the fence?
I just
That's just wrong.
your body.
I resent that. Crab. I'm leaving. I'm leaving this farm. They kill
Alright,
people
let's
for
go
going to the
find
wrong fence.
0
Savage
hour.
land.
the, the fallen hanging out around here? No, it's just like a. Oh yeah, I think it's through here.
You should, can you, like, look at your weapons what you happen to be bringing into this crab neck?
Okay.
Because we have to really, you know, I'm still gonna consider this like a, what do you call these? Not like a test run, but like a. For lack of a better crab, this is definitely one of those, you know, preliminary rab runs. You know, as we navigate our way through this crazy challenge. But do you have adequate weapons? Remember, a lot of the enemies have shields and what the hell? Huh. He's not down here. Maybe because you were the fire team leader?
Yeah.
He's not down here.
But he's not down
here to rend his vows.
Okay.
No rend his vows.
Okay, wait, let me see. Like, where are you?
I'm where Mithrax would usually be, but Mithrax is not down here.
Okay.
In the basement. But Mithrax isn't down there. If he's not down here for me, he's not down here for me, he's not going to be down there for you. We're in the same instance.
Yeah, you're right. Let's see.
I'm right, but I still have to check. You know, just...
No, I wonder, because sometimes, like, oh, see, I see him. He's here for me.
Well then. After you.
Okay. It says fire team unqualified. I think you need to switch characters. Okay. You literally crawled into a corner and disappeared.
Your continued amusement and misfortune. And duly noted. And to taking note of the rampant glee of which you take towards my misfortunes.
Yeah, because I was thinking, you know, when we were doing the draw, like, you were like, yeah, you know, it should be right here, and I couldn't see it. And you were like, what do you mean, it's right here? And I couldn't see it because I wasn't there on the quest yet. So maybe that's the same for your hunter.
It probably is. The hunter neglect is real, you know. As far as, like, doing quests and completing all the craziness, yeah, it's a bit low on the totem pole. All right, let's see. Get a bow here. Get a Jotun there. Get a hammerhead there. I think that'll work. I think that's what I usually take into 0-hour. It's kind of hard, but Jotun does make things a little bit easier. Although, you know, we have stuff like the symmetry since then. I wonder if using the symmetry would be good.
Should I bring a machine gun or a sword?
A what?
Should I bring a machine gun or a sword?
A machine gun. You want to get close to these things? You really want to get you really want to get in these things' faces?
Actually. No, I do not. No, I do
I would
not.
not recommend it. I wonder if I should bring the... You know, I'm always torn because it's like, well, should I bring the Jotun or should I bring the Arbalest? Because, you know, if I bring the Arbalest... You know, the Arbalest is very good at punching through shields, which makes it, you know, invaluable. at the same time, if I bring the Arbalest, I can't equip... Yeah, maybe I will bring the Arbalest this time. I don't know. It's only level... It's only 1,000.
Okay.
Yeah, alright, I'll sacrifice it. I'll sacrifice the Arbalest for this thing. Haha, Felwinter's Lie. Yeah, no. It's a shotgun. No.
No?
It's a,
I was actually bringing that
shotgun.
myself. No?
Again, are you planning on getting up close and personal with a lot of these things? Especially in the first leg of this journey?
Alright. No, so then maybe I should bring the symmetry.
You should bring something that will allow you to fire over long distances with elemental damage. Sentry armor.
Okay, the symmetry definitely qualifies.
I'm still wearing the sentry armor. Alright, let me take this off.
Ah, there you are.
Let's see. No, Rage of the Warmind. I definitely have to be Void. Definitely bring in the Pauldrons. Definitely Code of the Aggressor instead of the defensive one. The way I'd gotten three quarters of the way through it was because of that. Indubitably.
Okay.
Yeah. True story. True story. That's how I got through it. Let's see. Resilience is up. Crabs are down. And Mighty Rivalry Mark? I mean, I swear, with the benefit of hindsight and Warmind cells, you think I'd feel better equipped for this. Alright. Well, about as ready as I'm gonna be. Master twerked weapons in tow. Shoulders akimbo. Wait, hold on. Just gonna tweet. Are you single ladying?
Yeah, I am.
Just showing off the lighting effects. There's like 3 shadows of you doing
Yes.
single lady at the same time.
Alright, let's go. Oh, hello, Mithrax. Wow.
What? What's wow?
It's interesting. He's like scratching at this wood. I wonder why. I don't know if that's just a nice effect. Anyway, alright, let's start. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hello? Okay. Oh, and also, apparently we're gonna find out what the PS5 is all about this Thursday.
Really?
Hello? Yeah.
That's exciting.
What, you don't care? You're not interested in what's happening to the PS5?
I mean, I wish we had more than a sentence to go off of.
Okay, well this year, because there is no E3, you know, due to the COVID crisis, a lot of stuff has moved into like these kind of one-off kind of announcements. So, and plus, last week,
They delayed it because of they delayed their announcement last week because of all the kerfuffle. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So,
Okay.
is it this way? It's this way, right? Is it this
Is
way?
it? I don't know.
Okay. Yes. Well, why are you standing there? Let's go.
Run, fool! Run! Go! Go! You don't need me. Go!
Okay.
Go! You nut!
Mhm. Oh, this way. Okay. Oh, jeez.
Good. Go kill things. I'll catch up to you. Curating crab people. How's it looking out there? Are you
There's a
killing
lot
them
of
yet?
stuff out there. Yes, I'm killing them. What are you doing?
I know you think some of these things are exploding without you shooting them on your own, but no. I'm here to tell you that's not the case. Those shanks that are exploding without your input? Yeah, you're not doing that.
Guardian down.
Ah!
See, we've got
God,
the
I got
death.
stuck in between those
The
two
death
boxes.
toll is up. There you go, dickheads. This is why I brought the arbalest. These freaking things are just annoying. Watch out, you're for your butt! Behind you? At all?
Oh, I didn't see him.
Yeah, you trying to check me, girl, man? You need to get your bullets on. Trying to
Get
check
my
me
bullets on. Okay.
on my enemy count.
And your enemy count?
I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Does it look like the traveler is self-repairing to you? Like when you look over it, like when you look at it here in 0 hour, does it look different from the way it looks in the tower?
Let me see.
Could use some help. Thank you. Let's take out the shanks first. You'll find them above the plaza, so above where Rahul used to be, and above the old vaults.
Yeah.
I'm taking them all out alone.
I think I got
Above
like
where
4 of them,
Rahul used to
actually.
be, you did not, because I'm shooting them as we speak.
Above? Oh no, I didn't. I got all the ones down here. So.
Don't forget to use your powers. A lot of these guys have shields. It's going to make them harder to kill. The faster we get through this, the better. The better.
Okay. Uh-oh. Wow.
Oh, that shank over there is still alive.
Ooh.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can get a finisher out on it, so we can get some what's it called? So we can get some special ammo back. Yeah. Boots. Ow.
Oh damn.
Yeah, let no one ever tell you that you're invincible during supers. It's a lie. That's not true. That's a lie.
It's a lie.
All lies. Like Fellwinters.
Like Fellwinters.
All
That's
tell
right.
lies like Fellwinter. If there were rappers in the Destiny universe, that would be the newest simile. All right, so 14 minutes. Still making good time. Let's head out. Let's head out. Head this way.
Okay.
Got to get our exfiltration on. You know, we got to get Mithrax out of here, man. He thought he was... He thought he knew what the Fallen were fighting for. Little did he know. Scavenger-ass scavengers. Oof. Back in the hangar.
Right?
You know what I love? You know, going back to Destiny 1, you don't actually set foot in this area of the hangar. You're up in the cage. Like, you're up in the catwalks and the walkways. You don't actually go into the actual landing dock itself. That entire area is cordoned off in Destiny 1. Although Legend does have it if you go near the door to the little nightclub-like area, you may hear Hope for the Future playing through the wall. I have heard.
Really?
This. I have heard this is a thing. You may hear Hope for the Future playing on the speakers. That totally was a thing during during Homecoming. That was pretty funny. In a not so funny way because the tower's exploding, but yeah, you could go by there and hear like a distorted, messed up version of it. Yeah, like, you know, like the nightclub had been hit.
Oh my god.
All right.
Oh, for the future.
Cringe.
Oh, okay.
There's a reason I'm doing this, because Doomfang Pauldrons and because void damage. If you can save yours, be sure to.
Oh.
Yeah, this is just part of the stuff that I did when I was doing this alone. Like, I always saved my super for this part specifically to take out as many of these guys as possible. That's fine for up here. We can still keep running it. Yeah, I don't hear it. It's hilarious. Anyway. Oop.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, you know, can't say that the Fallen aren't Beetle fans.
Ah.
Also, it's not saying so, but I wouldn't put match game past this. It seems like things are definitely dying faster if you hit them with the same element as their shields. So if you do happen to have the same element, yeah, if you do happen to have the same element, excellent. I'm gonna jump down so we can start hitting the walker.
Okay. Whoa. Wow.
How you doing over there?
Pretty good.
Please don't hit me with bullets. Is that an arc weapon? Wait, leave that servitor. Leave it.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna do a finisher on it. Ugh. Alright, that was definitely worth it. I got more ammo in my arbalest. Excellent, excellent. Like, I'll take a quarter of my super, you know, to generate special ammo for everybody. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Alright. Are you down here? You should be helping me hit this walker beast.
I was hitting it from above, but I can come down if you want.
Whatever works best for you. I'm gonna get this other servitor with with a finisher if I can help it.
Okay.
Boosh! Give me them supers. Ooh, we dropped heavy. Let's go. Alright. Come on, you remember how to take out this beast. Let's get the legs first. And then let's get into those sweetmeats. If you don't have to use your special or kinetics, you know, don't. Of course, you know, extra damage is always helpful, but you know, just be balanced, fair and reasonable.
Guardian down.
Oh! It blew up, but it killed me.
I see you. Alright, come back.
Okay.
Got some ground to cover.
Ooh, thank you.
Uriel's gift, huh? Thanks, guys.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Alright, let's keep at this gravy train. Nope. You face.
Uh-oh. Those dirty Fallen.
Scavenging asses. Ooh, cover me. Whoops. Punch. Okay.
Oof. Oof. Whoa. Okay.
Oh, who invited him? Boop. All right.
Oof.
Is that
Okay.
everybody? All right.
I
all
think
right,
that's
all right.
everybody.
Somebody's gonna get shield bashed in the chin, right in the chin muscles. It's gonna get him. Yep.
Right in the
Where
chin.
is he? I know he's here. Come on. Who's getting it? Who's getting it first? This lucky gentleman up here. Boop.
Uh,
Bye.
yeah.
Get him. Right in the face.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right in the chin.
Not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad. We're still working it. Oop. Okay.
Oh.
Whirl.
Well, it's the big show. And it's the big bad.
Gino.
What?
Ooh, finishers. Up.
Well, it's the big bad shooting.
It's all good.
Sorry.
As long as you are swimming in special ammo.
What about that one?
How are you on your special?
I'm not using any specials actually. All I have is primary and heavy.
You don't have any special. What weapons did you bring with you?
So I bought an auto rifle and a scout rifle. They both use primary.
Why is this?
Because I wanted to use the. Ooh, okay. This is quite nerve-wracking.
Jump down here. Come on. Jump down.
Okay.
There's a time limit. All right, now, follow me. Follow me quite closely.
Okay.
Try not to be too amazed by what you're seeing, even though it is quite amazing. Yes.
Through here?
This way. Come on.
Oh, okay.
Drop. All right, now this way.
Wow.
And this way. All right, now here's where it gets cheeky. Here's where we start getting cheeky with it. You ready? Now, we're going to go through this vent.
Mhm.
Okay, now. First convenience. Now, watch this. You are going to want to jump down, okay?
Mhm.
There is a door directly beneath us. That's the door you need to go through. It's directly beneath us. There's a catwalk down
Okay.
there, but it's probably going to break as soon as my feet touch it. But just trust me. Just push forward. You know, do that cheesy warlock thing that you do, and you'll be just fine. All right? So, directly beneath us.
Okay. Okay.
Did you come
That
down?
didn't work.
There you are. There you are.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, yes.
You made
came
it.
down. Yes.
You made it.
Ah.
All right. Come on. Come on, Krabby Poo.
Oof.
So, welcome to
Wow,
the
this is
outside of the
crazy.
tower.
What? Oh my god.
Yeah, so for this largely contentious part, well, the next destination will be jumping down there. I'm going to attempt the shortcut. Wish me luck. Fuck.
Okay. Good luck.
Oh, God!
What?
So I might be able to, might have a revive
Okay.
somewhere. Yeah. This wonderfully controversial. Ah! Stop falling. Okay. I'm alive. All right, let's try this again. Yes, I did it.
What?
Woo! Let's go. All right. No, the cool thing is that if I make it first, all right. Now you see where I jumped? You see that platform that just came out with the lights on it? Yeah, I just made it easier for you. Land on that, and you'll be where I am.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the shortcut. There's another method that involves jumping down those little mini platforms one by one.
Yes,
But
I made
this is
it.
the short. Hey, go! Timer's still ticking, fool. All right.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna jump up here.
Oof.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
There's a catwalk right up here. Whoop. Hi.
Hello. Okay.
He's crazy, right?
Yeah, this is nuts.
Okay. So right above me is a vent.
Ooh.
You want to float. You want to floof yourself into this vent.
No.
Guardian down.
I mean, you only had to jump straight up. Why would you? Why did you do that?
No.
I was right there. Why?
I
Why?
don't know. I don't know why.
Well, the platform is still out, so look forward to seeing you. Wait.
Oof.
You're
Okay.
just gonna take
Okay.
shortcuts, then fall off the shortcuts, then Okay. I mean, to be honest, it's probably easier for a warlock to float these things. Do you remember where you're going? Up here? Yeah. All right. So, yeah, you're just gonna jump straight up, in the direction of this hanging vent, because that's where the vent lies. That way. Floof. There's a box right behind you, Jessica. Jump on the box behind you and then jump up here.
Oh. Oh.
There she
Okay.
is.
Finally
Right.
made it. Woo. Okay.
This wonderful plot as it thickens. Oh, as it thickens. Okay, so we're going up here now. All right, here's the part where I get a little bit fuzzy, but I think I remember it. You go through the wrong door. You go through the wrong little passage up here, and you end up just falling to your doom. So, kid gloves, but I think I remember.
Are you a
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
I
jumping.
see you.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm like
so
jumping
here?
up this elevator shaft of sorts. All right, I think it's this one. I could be wrong. There's a very good chance that I'm wrong. But oh, actually, I think I found it. Yeah, this is it. All right, hey, yeah, I found the right one. Yeah, it's this one. Where are you? Floating up? Ah, there she is. All right, let me make sure. Is this the right one? Did I really
Floating
pick
up.
the right, did I pick the right vent? I did. This is the right vent. Hey,
God damn
I
it.
did find it. Look at that. I'm a genius. See? See me up here? But time.
What? Oh no! Ah. Why is
That
this
is
timed?
0
This
hour.
is already kind of.
What?
Why is it timed? It's
To
so
make it
crazy.
extra challenging, I guess. Whisper of the Whisper
Like,
the
oops,
Whisper
sorry.
of the Worm quest was the same way. To do Whisper of the Worm, I think you had like 18 minutes to make it through a similarly just baffling environment.
That is just
What?
all sorts of
All sorts
crap.
of crab?
Okay.
Why crab?
I don't know. I was just getting all into it, and then it just pulled me out of it. Seems unfair, really.
It makes you want to go further, though, no?
Yeah, that's true. It does. All right. Well, that was cool. I actually really enjoyed that.
It gets better and better. Like when when you realize just what has been lurking in the bowels of the original tower, it's it's at the same time extremely cool and extremely terrifying. We didn't even get to the Five
Yeah.
Nights at Freddy's part. It was what I
There's the
That's
Five
pretty
Nights
much
at
what I'm
Freddy's
choosing
part.
to call it, because there is literally an electronic map that shows you the pathway of an automated drone robot that's patrolling a maze. And it will come for your face. That's as far as I made it before I had to stop. I made it up to... It has a name, too. I forgot. Ah, man, I sent you the screenshot of it. But it even has a name. Like, before you even reach his little, like, maze, there's a huge diagram showing you what his little area looks like and where the switches are you need to flip in order to open a door at the end. And you have to get through all of that without, you know, him... Well, it's... You know what? The best way I can describe it is, like you're a ghost and he's Pac-Man.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever wanted to know what a ghost in Pac-Man feels like, Bungie is actually more than happy to let you know this. Because that's what it feels like.
That's crazy.
Yes. I mean, so that's why I was saying, you know, weapons, we have to kind of be on point, you know what weapons we're bringing in, what we're using, what we're going to... That's why, you know, you bring in two primaries. I'm kind of chewing on your neck a little bit for that, because had you...
What would have been better?
Anything elemental, hun. If you noticed, most of those enemies had either solar, arc, or void shields. I was rocking...
Well, I was using the symmetry.
I was rocking... Well, then you weren't using two kinetic weapons. Alright, so I was rocking solar and void, mostly. With void for my super. So I was ready to take out a lot of the little things, a lot of the little niggling things. But, like, you know, arc is definitely a boon. Definitely a boon. Arc is great for that. But we have to, you know, we just have to know what we're bringing in there, you know. And absolutely, a sniper rifle is a must. Like, if you have the Borealis,
Oh yeah.
I would actually say that maybe bringing the Borealis would be
instead of the
yeah.
symmetry.
Because the Borealis just, you know, you can change it to whatever it needs to be.
Oh.
And because it's a sniper rifle, you know, you also have that little added kick to it. It's a powerful weapon, and it can be whatever element you want it to be. So that's like a really good weapon to bring along. I was bringing the Arbalest because it's just really good against shields in general. So those little things like the Shanks and some of the more powerful enemies just get on your nerves, you know. But that was good. That was not bad for our second try. We made it a little bit farther than we did last time. Last time we just made it to the outside. We hadn't even jumped back in from the outside yet.
No, we didn't even make it to that whole part with all the floating platforms.
So, you know, like Whisper of the Worm, I absolutely did not get it my first try, or my second, or my third try. But with a little bit of tenacity, I inched my way through it until I could practically do it with my eyes closed. But I mean, the time limit is definitely obtrusive. It's a little bit more strict than Whispers was, I feel, but we can I mean, it wouldn't be there if we couldn't do it, you know. Other people have the outbreak perfected.
Okay.
So it is doable. It's just pretty
Alright,
challenging.
alright.
And you got to really think about your weapons and how your defenses are going. But that was fun.
Okay. That was fun. That
You
was
see,
fun.
I brought
I'm
that
into
super. That's why I bring them pauldrons. That's a good super. Especially for, I don't know. I've seen what the fight at the end looks like, but I think we'd be well prepared if we made it there.
Okay.
But yeah. I enjoy it.
That was
I love
cool.
doing it. I love doing it. I feel
That
like
was
I'm
fun.
ever so closer to beating it. Like when I did it alone, it was its own level of stressful, I guess. But like, I knew as long as I like, all right. So I think you start with 19 and a half minutes. As long as we can get through, like if we get past the courtyard with like 17 minutes to spare, that is making good time. That's really good time. Like if we can if we can get past the courtyard with 17 minutes to spare, that's good. But you'll see, we'll get better at it the more we if you ever want to do it again, you know.
Yeah. I would like that very much. That would be fun.
All right, when's that happening? Something tells me you're about to go to orbit, figuratively and literally.
Well, we're playing again on Wednesday.
Well, Well,
But we'll be definitely discovering a lot of what the new content is.
we'll be on the cusp of the reveal tomorrow on this channel. So we're gonna do we're gonna be like live, chilling out on the reveal. I may go off and play a little bit of it. I don't know because I know you can't stick around too long. But I'll probably just go off and see what a little bit of it's like, but then, save it for you tomorrow. No. If you want, we can start a little bit earlier than usual. Do you want to do one more thing before we go?
Yeah.
All right. What's it look like? What do our bounties look like? Got a pocket full of bounties over here myself. Actually,
probably this week.
Oh no, I don't know if I don't think I did. Oh, there's this Gambit bounty. Oh, thank you. Oof, that reminds me.
You wanna do?
How about we go to the tower for a second? Let me pick up something. While we're doing that, I'm going to get this Warlock ship. I'm going to get this Fellwinter ship. Because I know. Okay. I did not put my ankles into getting enough bright dust for this thing.
You know what I need to do?
Just to not get it.
I need to... Yes. I need to switch to my hunter. And cash in on my exotic engrams.
Wait. Oh yeah, that's right. Your season pass. Okay, so while you're doing, all right. So how about you do that, and I will head over to the tower, pick up my stuff. While you're switching around.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds like a plan.
We didn't choose to become light bearers, but we do choose to be guardians. Lady Perun.
I'm here now. Looks like a false alarm.
Indeed. Am I fire team leader? Oh, you're the fire team leader. Okay, so I'm gonna leave you, or you left me, and the game just made me fire team leader.
Yeah, there you go. And you can just go to the tower while I switch to my...
Like now you have the power.
To my hunter.
Alright, you cheesy hunter. Also, did you go to Caesar? Okay, so after you redeem your engrams, right? Like after you redeem them, we'll go Caesar. Or I'll go Caesar while you're doing that and tell you what he has in the... I'll tell you what he has, and if you have it, then we will have saved the trip. Alright. I'll verb. Give me a second.
Oh my god, that's so scary. What?
I will be comprehensive. Listen. All right. I don't know how you cannot be excited. I don't know how you can't be excited at the idea that Criterion is making another Need for Speed. Because
I was super excited about
I will
that.
I will show you excitement, okay? Because I don't know about you, but Need for Speed was heading in a pretty cheesy, piecemeal, very built by committee, focus tested direction around the point of Need for Speed Undercover, where by that point we had already had Josie Marin because she's hot and Maggie Q because she can act as the as the secondary protagonists in both games. You could tell they were kind of like running out of a black box at the time. EA black box. We're kind of going full formula in a way that wasn't terribly compelling from a gameplay standpoint. So, when people started kind of recoiling at Need for Speed, it was understandable. We had pretty much pushed the cheesiness as far as the cheesiness could go. And there wasn't, it didn't seem like there was much else left in the franchise that you could do, really. I mean, we had NOS and all sorts of races, drag races, cop car chases, to the point where by the time Need for Speed Pro Street came out and Black Box was genuinely trying something different with more of a pro racer kind of angle, I think we were kind of burnt out. Enter Criterion, who, I mean, after being bought by EA, the only thing they'd really done was Burnout up until that point, and Burnout Revenge was a hit. And, Burnout Paradise was kind of contentious, but I liked it a lot. I liked it for what it tried to do. I don't think Burnout belongs in that format, but it's an admirable, very ambitious take on the formula, because over like a year's time, they added motorcycles, day and night, go-karts, RC cars, all sorts of silliness to it that, kind of evolved it over time. And the open world thing was cool. It actually kind of helped the game. So imagine my surprise when, post Pro Street, when Need for Speed couldn't have been in a lower place, that they announced that Criterion would be making the next Need for Speed. And not only were they making the next Need for Speed, but they were making a remake of Hot Pursuit, which was like, I mean, prior to Most Wanted, was probably the most beloved Need for Speed game.
Yes.
Because that was basically what the series was built off of. Sports cars, cops, and driving the cars too fast around said cops in high-speed chases.
Yes.
So it's like, yeah, okay. And they freaking knocked it out of the park. They obliterated it. The graphics were amazing. The sense of speed was there. The gameplay felt like a mixture of like that weightiness that Need for Speed has, but with that breakneck speed and just reckless abandon that defined Burnout. They destroyed it and put Need for Speed back on the map. So when we heard that they were remaking Most Wanted, oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Tops were blown, okay, and they turned it into an open world kind of game like Burnout Paradise, but the difference being, they expanded the auto log system, which was basically like playing a multiplayer game even in single player, where you made rivals out of your friends. So not only did they expand on auto log, but they expanded the number of cars, the city was bigger, the gameplay variety was a lot more dense, there were more cars. Even per car, you had objectives and cool things to do. I mean, they obliterated it. So, I was pretty...
They were so
I was pretty disheartened when after Most Wanted and after they completely killed it, that they were not making the next one. And you could tell Ghost Games were trying their best with Need for Speed Rivals to really make, like, an adequate successor to Most Wanted. But what they really did was kind of like I don't want to be mean, but it was kind of like a so-so retreat of everything Criterion had already done, except seemingly not as good. So, I mean, in more ways than one, the news that Criterion is coming back to Need for Speed makes me happy. Because there's no doubt in my mind that, like the state Need for Speed was in the last time they took the reins. There's no doubt in my mind that they can like bring it up and put it back on the map in a way it deserves to be. And I mean, with today's technology, I can only imagine. I mean, dude, you're talking about people that have, aside from Most Wanted, I will admit, aside from their remakes, had adhered pretty strictly to 60 frames per second, intensely fast racing games. All right, if you were lucky enough to play Most Wanted or Hot Pursuit on PC, you saw it in that in that state. But oh man, I can only imagine, because if there's anything Criterion does really well, and I think time tested, we've kind of proven that they know their way around a racing game. I'm sorry if they don't want to do that. Like, I know they tried after making Most Wanted. They really tried to branch out and do something different. I think one of the things they were doing was like a kind of like all sport. It was like an all sports kind of racing. Like, they had ATVs and hang gliders and four-wheelers and all sorts of vehicles just flying all over the place simultaneously in a race, which it looked really ambitious. It looked very cool. I won't say it didn't look cool, because it did. But I hadn't heard anything since then. I don't think they've made anything since then. So maybe that fell through. Maybe it didn't work out the way they wanted it to.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in light of that, if we can get them back to make Need for Speed, then not only do I think that they're tackling a project that they have a ton of experience with and can make awesome, but racing games, by and large, I feel have fallen off the map entirely. Like, the same way genres of music come and go.
They have.
I don't remember the last time a racing game came out and everybody was like, oh my gosh. You know, even Forza 4 which was great.
Yeah.
Forza 4 is a great game, top to bottom. It's so good. But even that wasn't like, it wasn't the kick in the pants the genre needed. But Criterion? Making a Need for Speed again? I mean, you have my curiosity, okay? just hit me with a trailer and get my attention. Shut up and take my money. I'll pre-order it anywhere but GameStop.
Anywhere but GameStop.
Anywhere but GameStop. You will have my money. Okay. I'm on Titan, so we're looking at the Suros regime, Rabble, the Stomp E's for the Hunter. The Stomp EE5s for the Hunter. You have every exotic for the Warlock. I know this. I'm not even going to bother. Not even going to bother. But yeah, the Stronghold gauntlets for the Titan, I think you should pick those up personally, because should you ever want to play as your Titan, the Strongholds pretty much give you infinite guard with swords. And given the way swords work now, that's even more advantageous, because it means that blocking won't deplete your energy gauge to take away from your heavy attack. So if you want to, you know, Zer's got the Strongholds down here, but the Hunter exotic he's got cracking is the Stompies. Do you have those?
Oh, hello.
Here? Did you follow me? Holy crap!
I just joined you.
Shoulders.
I think I just got the
Nice.
Stompies.
Okay.
I do mean to explain.
Your face has things coming out of it. You might want to get that checked by the 9.
I'm just saying, when your face is in 3D, I feel like.
Do I must have
Should get
Zeros.
this checked.
There's no way I don't have it.
Oh God, what is happening to my eyebrow?
What you say is to speak in a language.
These are the passing thoughts of Zer.
Oh, okay.
You know it's true. But yeah, I do highly recommend the Stronghold.
Alright, maybe
You
I'll
just,
pick up...
maybe in the off chance you make a Titan in the future, Like the Doomfang pauldrons, I would not
Mhm.
give up on the strongholds. Those are. Like, I don't know if you remember that time we were running around and I was guarding. I was like, I revived you and I was running around guarding you with my sword.
What happens to yourselves?
That is why
Your
Mhm.
ghosts selves.
I was using the strongholds at the time. In fact, I'm using them right now.
Okay. Very nice.
Unlimited god power. Alright, so if you already.
Eee, tiny little fish.
Message for you from the Nine.
All right, that was fruitful. I got the stronghold for the Titan, and then I used the then I used the faded engram to get something else I didn't have. For
And
them,
then
so
what did your season pass get you?
yes.
You got the moon cheese
Oh,
ghost.
a bunch of
You
stuff.
got the moon cheese ghost. Did you get the graviton forfeits? Knucklehead
I
radar?
got
Foe tracers?
I got the liar's
Okay,
handshake.
that's for art. Cool, cool.
I got the what I'm wearing now, the Deceiving vest.
Vanish after spectral blades kills for more super energy.
And the Gemini
So
Jester.
that makes enemies' radars disappear when you dodge near them. Perfect for PvP.
And I believe that's it. Or maybe there's something someone to the postmaster. Not
You
quite
get
sure.
no gauntlets. You don't get no claws. Oh no, you got the liar's handshake. Liar's handshake is cool.
Yeah, I got the
I
liar's
would
handshake.
use that when you're arc staffing it up. There's this thing called cross counter. It's basically after you get hit, if you melee or if you do an arc, like if you do an arc melee attack and then you melee right after, the next hit will regenerate your health. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So those are cool. The Gemini Jester are awesome for PvP in ways you cannot fathom. Seriously, it's the most annoying thing in the world. If you dodge near an enemy, whatever an enemy is defined, their radars disappear. You can imagine how irritating or how crazy that is in PvP. Because it also works. It works within a range, so it works through walls. So if you know enemies are near, and you're playing, if you dodge near them, it will completely blinker their radars. They'll never see.
Oh, I see.
So
Okay.
much brighter now. I can see it.
Oh, jeez.
And you know me. The stompies are really nice because they when you're sprinting, they reduce your cooldowns.
Oh, and I got the lucky raspberry.
I return to the tower
What?
to find it empty.
And I got the
Lucky raspberry is still a thing.
Ophidia
Ophidius-
Faith.
Oh wait, is that 2 dodges or 2 knives?
Yeah,
Two
no, 2
knives.
knives.
So you
2
definitely
knives.
want to use that when you're a gunslinger,
I come bearing help.
because gunslingers
okay.
gunslinger. All 3 of the types
There is
throw
a
knives.
door in the woods.
You can use it in 3 different ways. I mean, the Blade Barrage Hunter throws knives in a fan of 3 that burn people. So you can have 2 of those if you want. Or the other class throws proximity knives that detonate when people get near them. So that's a thing. Yeah, you can do that too. Or my favorite, I think the way of the sharpshooter is the one where they throw a weighted knife, but if you precision kill something with the knife, you automatically get it back.
Oh,
So you could be
okay.
juggling knives like crazy. So if you ever wondered during the Guardian games, when they were like, kill 5 enemies with a knife, you already know what exotic I was using and what class I was using. Already know. But
I
that
see.
knife is a little
Cool.
bit tricky to throw because there's like a weird twisting animation before you throw it. It's not like instantaneous. It's funky, but it's interesting. And it's, it's a hunter thing to learn. I advocate, playing the classes, different skills. You like being a hunter. I love the vest that gives you more than 1 dodge though, because hunters can do two things with their dodges. Your dodge can either reload your weapons, or it can either instantly reload your weapons, or you can
If you are
have
here,
it, if you dodge near
the
enemies,
nine are not done
it'll
with.
instantly recharge your melee ability. So if you're like Void, you'll get another smoke bomb. If you're a gunslinger, you'll instantly get a knife. If you're Arc, you'll instantly get a new Arc attack. Like, that's more useful than you would think. Having two dodges. I mean, hell, if you're a Night Stalker using Way of the Trapper, dodging is what turns you invisible. You can just dodge and turn invisible. So having two of those.
You have fought everything else that entered this realm. Will you fight a planet?
Although, I totally forgot about the Lucky Raspberry. Improves Arc Bolt Grenade change.
I'm reading signs of hive ritual activity, Guardian.
Wow.
Up for it? You've handled this before.
That's cool. Okay, that's cool. I can dig it. It increases the chaining capabilities of Arc Bolt Grenade. I wouldn't take it over the what's it called? The Raiden Flux. But that's cute. The Raiden Flux is dope, dear. Sorry.
You will not find the
It makes
nine,
using the
but
The
they
Raiden Flux.
you have that, right?
The Raiden Flux.
Yeah, where it extends Arc Staff the more you hit things and kill things with it.
No, I don't think so.
Do what?
do not be alarmed.
Okay.
I know
I
no
don't think
reason.
so, dear.
Alright, well. You want to go and do that thing?
I
What were we gonna do again?
Oh, yes,
We're gonna do a gambit or a...
We were gonna do a gambit.
Did you ordeal the Nightfall? You're switching back? Oh, you don't want to. You don't want to run around as two hunters.
Yeah.
Still not ready to indulge the finer side of
All right,
Destiny,
let's
are you?
try it.
Okay, I get it.
Why
Oh,
not?
really?
Let's try it.
Well then,
Yeah.
in that case. In that case, then.
You're a fire team leader.
Yes, I am. Until he wasn't.
Uh-oh.
I never thought a Guardian could sign out that way. Until he did.
Do you think we're gonna get an "until they did" or "until he did" line in
I
season
hope
of
not, man.
What?
That would suck.
But I feel like it's like tradition at this point. You have to get a. You don't want to get it
Until they did.
Ow.
No.
You're no fun.
No.
You are no fun.
Oh, you think,
I think that's hilarious.
fun?
I think that's the best. I think that is the best enduring Destiny dialogue meme. Something.
Until they did.
Okay, did you leave? What happened?
What do you mean? Am I not on your fire
just-
team?
Did you? I mean, I joined your fire team. Did you start a gambit?
You didn't go over to start doing the public event? There's a public event right over here. Krebs.
Oh, well, it ended.
Krebs. What are we going to do with you? Okay, Krebs, listen. You are party leader. You are fire team leader. You are leader of fire team.
Oh, I am.
You did not know
Oh,
this
okay.
because you do not pay attention to your crab people in the field. I mean,
My
look in
crab
front of you.
people.
What do you think it is you see when you look in front of you? Are you looking directly in front of you?
No, I was selecting the match.
You!
Okay. Oh.
You. Right? Him. It's him. Okay? I'm not pointing, you're pointing.
Alright.
Yes, I know it is amazing. How did she says to herself, how did he change into hunter so fast, so quickly, without me noticing? Well, you know, it's an easy trick. Yes, I am in fact on the hunt right now. Yes. Oof.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, you would love putting your hand cannons and on your hunter because they get cool bonuses. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What? You kidding? Here. All right. If you're a void Night Stalker using Way of the Wraith, do you know what Way of the Wraith is capable of, Boo?
Nope.
They have a ability called. All right. Well, that's what your rabble. That's what your vest, the Krabaton Blula. Bless your face.
Thank you.
Yeah. Your vest, the Gwyson vest, vanish after spectral blades for more super energy.
Oh.
That's spectral blades is Way of the Wraith. Way of the Wraith, dear. They have a perk called Flawless Execution. Okay? I will read this to you. When crouched, precision kills grant invisibility, true sight, and increased melee range. Get a precision kill while crouched. You turn invisible and basically get the predator vision. You can see enemies through walls.
Ooh.
And it chains. So if you keep getting precision kills, you'll keep turning invisible over and over and over. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nice.
And then Spectral Blades is basically Void, Blade Dancer. It's extremely powerful and extremely annoying. I don't know if you remember getting killed by that. I daren't know if you remember getting killed by that in Iron Banner. But whenever I see Spectral Blades coming, I screech audibly.
Yeah. Spectral Blades are annoying.
It's like, it's a bit much, okay? Is this Gambit? No. It is?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yes.
I have to put on my armor of invading.
Ooh! Scorn
Scorner approaching and I'm not dressed properly!
We're just doing
Listen,
one.
you!
Scorn have no end game.
I have to
Nothing to
always
lose.
be on Pizzoint.
I can relate.
Where are you? Okay, look at this. Look at you dancing without. See, do you see what an invader hunter? Do you see my invasion swag?
Ready to dance?
People are getting shot in the face, Jessica.
You watch those fronts. You
I got
watch
my
your
Monarch.
back.
I got my Raiden Flux on.
Oh my god, I
Incoming at the burrow.
didn't float.
Oh, the double jump. Double tap B to dodge. What does your dodge do?
I don't know.
That's what I know. Well, like I said, you can either have it reload your weapons instantly, or you can set it so that it recharges your melee, which, depending on who you are, could be advantageous. Boop. See that? Yeah.
I don't even have any abilities. What is this nonsense?
Well, I mean, I feel like when I played as your hunter, I pretty much upgraded the crap out of what I was using, though I don't remember what that was. But what are you right now?
Incoming hostiles at the
I'm
ring.
on Arc
Strider?
Dancer or whatever with the poles.
Way of
Yeah.
the Current? Way of the Rabble? Okay, well,
I don't know.
if you wanna
Honestly.
tip, I use Way of the Current That's the one with the deflection and the the uppercut.
Oh, wait. It's because I hadn't done this whole thing yet. Okay. Move and guard. Disorienting.
Oh God.
Way of the Warrior.
Okay. They're piling on the they're piling them on pretty heavy. The blockers. So
Oh, okay.
that
Alright, I can.
that usually
let's
tells
try
me
and
the
help.
other team is probably slightly on point.
Small blocker to the other side.
Just a heads up.
Mhm.
I had to take out 2 blockers before they let me before I could deposit my motes. Not a good look. Oh wow, there's another invader. It's okay. I'm on that invader like where I lock the bank. I'm still wearing 1 outlawed piece though, so my max is 14. That kind of sucks.
Whack the blockers.
Up.
Watch your back.
God damn it.
Invader incoming.
That's all right. If I find him first, we'll be a little bit easier because I do extra damage to invaders. Nice.
Invader down. You're clear.
Oh. Wow, nice.
Looks like everybody on our side is wearing some kind of gambit armor, which is cool. Always a good time. Always a good time. Whoa, not today, Satan.
Blockers must die, sister. Invader incoming.
Shit. No! Balls.
What? Oh, this is bullshit.
They got you, boo.
Yeah.
Got him.
Invader down.
Okay, good.
Your ally's a hero.
I got him with at
Ugh.
least 1 arrow. What's up, you?
Yeah. I think I had like 1 bullet in there.
Hey, just, get used to your new feats. See how dodging feels?
You know what? It's 2 modes, but at least it helps.
You're bleeding moats, sister.
Yeah, definitely.
Whack the
Whoever this team is, they have
Yeah.
definitely got some access to. Because every time they send blockers, they keep keep blocking the bank, without fail.
Yeah.
Your enemy called up a
Wow.
team.
Yep.
They kill it. They win.
Feel like
Portal's ready.
called that one early. Definitely a Gambit team on point.
Yeah.
Like Primeval already. Crabs.
I see him. But he got me with a grenade?
A grenade. Of all things.
Yeah. Somehow.
Hostiles
Wow.
incoming at command.
I mean, did I miss something? Is Gambit MLG now? Good lord.
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, what is with this like
Allies invading.
this pro level Gambit we've got going here? Our bank is completely drained. They're already a quarter through their Primeval. Like, what is this sweaty Gambit?
Your allies back with 1 kill.
Get out of here!
Yeah.
Let's go.
The sweatiest gambit that
See
ever
all those
gambited.
shockwaves I was throwing into this guy? Like, jeez. But you saw that, right? That was That's some stratagems there. I was doing the shockwave and then dodging to get it back. Then shockwaving, then dodging to get it back. I'm wearing the vest that lets you do 2 dodges. You see, that's some good. But there's some strategic strategy.
Target escaped. Portals ready.
Well, fortunately,
Hostile
Gambit can be
incoming at
slanted
burrow.
depending on how
Allies invading the other side.
depending on how well you're recovering. So
Yeah.
they get up to Primeval Slayer level 2, 3, 4, you know, so we'll do. If we get them.
That's true.
Your invaders down, but they got 2 kills.
Nice. Yes. That was a nice invasion that just happened.
Get him! Ugh. Yes! I just love this coalition of hunters just beating this guy down like single-handedly. Love it, love it, love it, love it.
Portals ready.
Alright, I'm heading back. I got like 11.
Okay. Okay.
Incoming hostiles at the ring.
Oh man. That's rough. Ugh, invasion portal? Sure, why not? Let's try it.
You're invading. Make
I believe in you.
one down. That's 2. 10 seconds left. Welcome back.
I tried.
Nice.
Guardian down.
If one of them gets killed by a Taken or something, I might get credit for it because the Monarch does lingering damage.
Hello.
Nope. Thank you.
Nice.
Invasion portal back up yet?
Hostiles incoming at
Ooh,
the
it
burrow.
is.
Portals
Hello.
up. Go look 'em in the eyes.
Well, if somebody else doesn't take it from me, I'll gladly take it again. Let me in.
Do it, do it, do it. Yes!
Embrace the darkness. Take out those guardians.
Oh, hello. Oh, is that the Crimson? Nice, dude. Oh, you should have known you were dead.
1 down.
Oh.
10 seconds.
That's
That's 2.
ah!
Almost time for a prime evil. Fill
Only
that
2.
bank up. Portals ready.
What was that? Oh, it was the truth. Okay, yeah, well, that explains a lot. Hey there.
Hey, you've got enough to pull a prime evil. Bank those
We
motes.
have enough to pull a
Looks like
prime
another invasion portal. Hello.
Yes!
Make a mess.
You better run, Charles.
10 seconds left. 1 down. That's 2. Bringing you back. Good hunt.
I mean, hard fought.
Oh no. Oh no.
What's up? What's going on in this bubble? Get out of this bubble. Gimme! Get out of my house!
Supercharged. Turn up the heat on that primeval. You're being invaded. Find them before they find you.
I don't see the invader. Oh, I see him. He's right above me.
Don't think
Fists of Havoc. Fists of Havoc.
Portal is primed. Lock.
There's 2 minutes left. I thought it was like... I thought the time was almost up.
Invader down. Your allies are here.
That looks like a Popen portal. I'm
that
gonna
was
jump through
great.
it.
That was great. You should do it. You should do it.
Embrace the darkness. Take out those
Dear,
guards.
do you know what's frustrating to a Titan, I think?
What?
Getting punched in the face
I feel
and
you.
dying that way.
I agree.
And I think that's what I just did.
10 seconds.
Damn it.
Have to want the dark to wield.
I'm gonna keep them on their toes. They, they keep messing with me.
Your light's supercharged. Turn up the heat on
I
that
hear it.
primeval.
I don't see it.
Invaders here. Brace yourself.
I don't see what direction he's coming from.
I don't see
me
him.
either. Oh, I see him. He's in the middle. Get off my map.
Oh, I see
They
him
wanted
too.
a fight. You gave it to them.
Get your guardian off my map.
Round's over. The enemy team destroyed
Oh
their
man, we really fought
I mean,
for
ankles were placed firmly.
ankles replaced. Agreed.
I fully embraced being an invader there. That was funny. How many? Yeah, see. Look at that.
All
Look at
right.
it. Look at it. 51 motes. 37 enemies.
51.
7 guardians. That's an invading. That is an invading hunter right there, boo. That is how you invade as a hunter. Ah, she's level 100. 100 season pass ranks.
I have 100 season pass ranks. I made it. I made it.
You did.
Mhm. All right, head to the tower.
Unless she wants to go down and do it, please. Nothing. Not a word. So, you know, it was kind of fuzzy, kind of funky. But how did it feel to be a hunter for a little bit in a high stakes hunting situation?
It was interesting. That was pretty cool. I enjoyed that.
Did you inspect me? You see these? Sorry. Did you see what I was rocking? All right.
No, let's see.
Each guardian defeated while invading grants a temporary bonus, damage bonus once you return. Oh, so the one perk I'm missing is Bank Robber. Invading locks the enemy's bank. Stand near the locked bank to drain motes. That's amazing.
Oh.
And while invading, ammo slowly trickles to your kinetic and energy weapons over time. Ooh. This was like. Yeah. You see what's going on there? You see that? I don't have any perks on the helmet. What? I didn't put any perks on the helmet. Oh my goodness. But yeah. Some parts. See, that's the problem. Some parts are notorious and some parts are outlawed. So the bonus is kind of uneven as to what I was able to put on there. Yeah. So I only got up to 11. So that got me the first 3 perks at least. You know. I got the good perks, okay? I mean, they
very
filled
nice.
their bank way too fast for me to even like. Good God.
Yeah. Yeah, they really just like blitzed through it.
But that was good. I felt like we really we really put our ankles into that last one. That was fun. That was really something. That was pretty
That was
funny.
indeed
Like,
quite cool.
I just kept jumping through the invasion portal. Like, fine, I'll do it. Let me in. Hard fought victory, Guardian. Hard fought victory.
Hard
quite
fought
good.
victory.
Did quite good out there in the field. I'm proud of you. Invasion cheeks.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was a good. Either way, I read that as a good ass gambit. I got.
Good ass.
That was
Gambit.
good. That was very tense. You know, just when we thought all was lost, I was going over there and just invading, and then you all were primevaling up. This is why I don't get sometimes why people are like, I can't stand Gambit. It's like, really though? I mean, it's kind of fun.
It is rather fun.
I'm not trying to be Mr. Contrarian here, but you know, there's a little bit of fun here. I feel like we're not accessing the fun part.
I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm just trying to think of what people wouldn't like about it. I mean, it's kind of sweaty.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you walk into people who have clearly been doing the reckoning in a loop, and they've got all their Gambit armor, a match can go pretty sideways pretty fast. Yeah, it can go pear shaped.
Yeah.
As the British say, it can go pear shaped pretty fast. You know.
It can.
But,
yes, it's true.
I mean, other than that, I like the balance of PvE and, you know, PvP tomfoolery that it offers up. You know, because I'm one of those people, I guess, that like I play both. You know, it's a cool way for you to, you know, really show off your skills in both. What's the word? I want to say disciplines, like it's a martial art or something, but it's like, no, it's like, you know, it's just, I think it has something for everyone. So if you're more comfortable with one or the other, it kind of allows you to do that. I don't know. Maybe you'll find some more fun once we get you more armor for the reaping.
I mean, yeah, I have a lot of fun with it. You know, I'm definitely not somebody to be like, oh, Gambit. I actually like it.
You actually found things to like.
And I'll admit.
And you'll admit.
I've
No, I'm
always
saying,
liked
unlike,
it, though.
you know, unlike the other people that are like, oh my god, not Gambit. It's like, dude, Gambit is fun.
Yeah. Gambit is fun. You know, like you know, when I first heard about it, I wasn't sure that I would enjoy the blend of PvE and PvP.
Valid.
But it's a pretty light blend.
Yeah.
It's mostly PvE. Like when you think about it.
You know, the only competitive aspect of it is
You know,
like,
the
you know,
only-
seeing the score and getting blockers.
Yeah.
Getting blizzard.
And the invasions are really the only PvP
Oh, are those like the most
portion of it, really.
the most significant parts?
Yeah, those are the only times when you're really going against another. Like, you know, if that makes any sense, like you're competing with another team, but you don't interact with each other until there's
Not
an
unless
invasion.
you want to know how the Taken feel. Have you ever invaded?
Yes,
Okay.
accidentally.
It's hysterical. It's like, this is how the Taken feel. It's like the enemies aren't attacking you. You're technically one of the enemies. You can see where everyone is all over the map as they freak out and
That's
huddle
crazy.
or, you know, spread out or do whatever people do.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I didn't
Wow.
mind. That is why I did not mind for a second, like, invading, because I had my bow on me. Oh, and I
Mhm.
knew. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
excuse me. Yeah, it was over. I was quite ready to invade because a bow is a great weapon to invade with. Bows, snipers, linear fusion rifles.
Oh yeah.
The prevailing Gambit meta for the longest time, hun, was sleeper simulant. In the early days of Gambit, that was like what every invader was obliterating. Like, if somebody was invading, they had the sleeper simulant. Then they nerfed the sleeper simulant because of that. I hate that. Yes, it was nerfed because of Gambit.
Let's get you back out.
Then they nerfed
Wow.
the magazine. I think the magazine used to be like 5 shots. They cut it down to like 3. Yeah, it used to be
Wow.
5 shots with a magazine of 12, and I think they cut it down to 3 shots with a magazine of 9. So they really cut its ammo down, and it's I think
Wow.
it's damaged, but it doesn't matter because Queen Breakers exist. And the Xenophage is actually really fun to invade with. The Xenophage is another good one
Mm-hmm.
because it shoots bombs. I mean, I'm sorry, it does.
Yeah.
But yeah. It, I do think it's the kind of thing that can either be really fun or, oh my god, I can't believe you lost that quickly. But I could level
Yeah.
that complaint, I could level that complaint at really any PvP mode or any mode in Destiny. Like, who's ever had the Crucible match that's like, what, really? Did we just get mercy rules? Or,
Yeah.
geez, how did they get 20 points ahead of us? Like, I feel like that's endemic to any competitive mode.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't
Yeah.
really just pin that
Agreed.
solely on Gambit. But hey, if anybody knows how to have fun during these things, it's us. But I think that's it
Mhm.
for tonight's episode. Episode 145.
I think so
Sloan
too.
alone. We left Sloan alone. Zavala. I'm waiting for Zavala to have his
Sloan
Kevin
alone.
moment. You know, his Sloan. You know, and realize that we left her on Titan, directly in the path of the triangles. But I guess we'll have to wait until tomorrow
Yeah.
to see if Zavala just... Zavala! Don't let me down, Zavala. Just, Zavala, don't let me down. I really hope we did not do...
Mhm.
I really hope we didn't do Sloan dirty like that, dear. I
Me
really
too.
hope, because, like I said, Sloan's backstory is already ass. She was already stationed to freaking Titan. She was already stationed to Titan, okay? Which meant she was committed to this fart planet. Doing the benign neglect on the fart planet.
She wanted to express herself,
And then,
so
on top of that,
gave her a thumbs up.
on top of having to do the benign neglect on the fart planet, y'all are just gonna leave her there after her entire fire team got turned into Hive jewelry? Like, she doesn't have a fire.
We got turned into
She doesn't have a
five
fire
jewels.
team anymore. And she's the only one left. Takeo 6, she got turned into a crystal so we could beat the Shrieker. It's a giant Shrieker.
Yeah.
Not be coy about this. And now we're just gonna leave her there to be consumed by the darkness, solidifying the nature of her fail. Oh, I just did the floor is lava. Look at how high I'm jumping.
Oh.
Oh my god. This is so silly. I'm jumping so high. Up, she's gonna die. That is not how you. Nope, that's definitely not how you do it. Yep, and she's dead. Dear, the floor is lava.
Okay.
You have to.
How do you do it?
Wherever that little mark, you have to stand on the railings, on these little canisters. The floor is lava.
Oh,
But yeah.
okay.
I hope we.
You have
hope
to.
we well, the way I did it was I jumped down here. I landed on this rail. Oh god. God. I have jumped too far. But yeah, I just landed on the rail and I ran over. Oh, you got it? Did you do it? Oh.
No. No.
Want to take a look, God?
I mean, I'm just standing here
Where are
right
you?
now.
I don't see you. Did you fall down somewhere? In Zavala's office?
I did. Near Savala's office.
Ouch! That's painful. Oh, there you are. Oh, and the curse got her. I saw that.
Oh.
It's one of our enduring memes. Wait a minute. The Almighty is about to crash into the tower. Music is still playing.
Just browsing.
Really?
Yeah, it must be doubling as the pyramids are coming music. I'm still looking at pieces of that thing rain down from the sky. Jesus.
I don't hear any music at all.
Listen, Bungie. As long as you guys don't do that thing. Alright.
Actually, let me just double check. Oh, I was about to be like, wait a minute. I don't see the crash at all.
Yeah,
But I
it's right
didn't
out
take
there
it.
in the distance.
Yeah.
And there's still pieces of this thing. It's killing me that we still have little miniature pieces of this thing raining in the skybox, yet... I mean, as far as Devrim's concerned, you know... Nothing happened.
Yeah.
Oh, good for that person. He got Tommy's Matchbooks Catalyst. Good for you. Last minute. You made it. You made it.
Right?
Right at the end
You
of the
made it.
season. Well, alright. As I hop around here way too high, jumping way too high for any normal Guardian. Look at this. You ready? You see this? You looking at me?
Given time, darkness will encroach again. We have to be ready.
This happens when you eat
What?
your Guardian Wheaties. Think you're gonna hit us with the outro, right? Is that what you're gonna do? You're gonna... Nice haircut. Very nice haircut
Yes.
you got going there.
Thank you. Oh, got a low score. Thank you. Well, I was going to say people should check us out on the Facebooks, on the
books are
Twitters, on the
Mhm.
Instagrams, on the YouTubes,
There too.
and especially on Infernal Penguins.
InfernalPenguins.com.
Targets don't know their targets.
We're all of the true ninjas.
Oh,
That
hang out. Yep.
usually works.
Plenty of targets.
Sorry about that.
Red
That-
Legion and
It
more.
usually doesn't go that way. It usually works. Wait, let me try that again. Okay. Vanish. Yes. All right. There we go. It worked. What do you? Stop. You know. You heard the lady messing up my magic tricks, telling everybody my secrets. Follow us on the things, on the Twitters, on the Instagrams, on the Facebooks as well, where we double post, triple post sometimes per day.
All data has
Tomorrow we will be front row at the June 9th Bungie reveal, off teased, and hopefully have all of our questions answered about this curious game. But we do know that it's called Season of the Arrival,
Mhm.
so we hope we will see you tomorrow. Right? That you
Apparently
arrive,
so. Yeah.
arrive tomorrow,
Mhm. Yeah.
right? Because okay.
Uh,
On the expert playlist, as we say, in 2 words.
New monarch
Simply
is
put.
already claiming credit.
Good night, everybody. Hope you enjoyed.
good
night.
night.
This may be the last time you ever see her as a hunter, too, so hope you took screenshots.
Looking for anything.
Like, I'll try to get her to do it again, but, you know, this is like a new time record, I think, for her being a hunter. Hit a new milestone. Good night, everybody.
Good night.